Hello, stream. We're live. Ripple is here too. Look at that.
Oh.
Say hello, Ripple.
Hello.
There you go. Got the
To
background
almost
music.
everyone.
We're not late. The stream started on time. There was just a waiting period.
You were late.
Now I'm just notifying everyone about the stream on Discord and now Twitter. Also, you see now on the stream, I have the last follower on Twitch and the goal things. I might move those at some point, but they're there now, just in case. They're a little bit. They add a little bit of clutter, but I'll probably rework that.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, there probably is some reorganization needed, but I mean, it's not anything that should take that long or anything. Nothing big. I'm getting hell bombed then probably.
Well, it's probably not going to be S, A, B, etc. Right? It's probably going to end up being something else. Foo Fighting the tier names, I think. Unless we can't figure out anything that's actually good, then we'll leave it as a S whatever. What could it be though? What could it be? I mean, maybe like just S tier is the perfect housewife or whatever, right? A tier is
Real Housewives of the Outpost.
Real Housewives of the Outpost, yeah. D tier would be.
That's where that one could go because those are all awful.
Not built to be a housewife. Which would be like someone like well, we're gonna spoil it. Someone like Dahlia, right? Who's all business, right? She would never be a housewife. She would be a businesswoman, right? For her whole life.
Yeah. Or like, well, I'll save that one for later because I think I know one we're going to disagree on.
Okay, so what can go between perfect housewife and not built to be a housewife? What you thinking, Mr. Ripple?
I'm thinking there should be something like tries but fails. I don't know the exact wording, but something like tries but isn't exceptional. Tries but fails.
Decent.
Doesn't try and fails, or something like that.
Tries. Tries her best, maybe.
Participation award.
Maybe C tier would be tries her best, and no, B sounds like tries her best. It's just she's trying to be a housewife, right? And then C could be like just unable to do it or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, something like some sort of snappier way of saying like minimal or low effort.
Just can't do it, maybe.
Maybe one could be like a career woman or something.
Well, that's what the not built to be a housewife one is, right? Like they're meant to be something else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, can't do that one. Hmm. Then what would A be? What can go between tries her best, but then isn't perfect? Because what I'm thinking is someone like Emma goes into A tier because she just can't cook, right? So that's the one missing perfect piece from Emma.
Yeah. Trying to I know exactly the type of thing you're talking about, but putting it into words is a little difficult.
Yeah, what could it be? What could it be? Anyone in chat have an idea of what could be there? Max, do you have any idea? Boo, any idea for you? Achieved Houseway. That doesn't sound right. Anything from you, Ripple? Let's see. Let's do almost perfect.
Good wife, better woman.
Nah, what is use almost perfect, right? Because that's basically what it basically means is that they're almost perfect. They're just missing one little piece.
So those last two kind of feel like they're blending in a little bit. Can't do it and not built to. Those almost feel like they're blending together.
Hmm.
I mean, there's definitely some differences with some characters, but
well, it would be like something like say for example Miranda. She just can't do it. I don't think she's just too clumsy, airheaded, right? So I don't think she'd be able to do it. But she would try her best, maybe. But then I guess maybe we don't need that. Maybe we don't need this tier between tries her best and not built to be a housewife. Maybe we don't need this tier. What do you think? Maybe we don't need this one.
yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah, we don't need it.
I think they blend together a little too much.
Yeah, not everything needs to be 5 categories, right? Do you want? No,
yeah, I think that's good.
We can actually do this. I think we can have like good, because maybe good like they have like more. They're still good, but like they're not almost perfect. They have more than one flaw or whatever, right? But they're still good at doing it. And then tries their best is for the ones who just suck at it, right?
That works with me. Yeah.
Okay, and these colors need to change. You can become blue. Become blue. There we go. Yeah, we got the soda cry.
Oh yeah, I can't hear those.
Oh yeah, they don't pass through the mic and through Discord, so you won't be able to. But you can
I'll be
read
watching if
when they
anybody
happen.
TTSs any slander.
Slander.
I'll instantly destroy them.
True, they
I'll
could do
send the
that.
Garchomp to their house.
Garchomp to their house. Be careful. Okay, well, also Ripple retweet the stream notification so people from your side also come. Whoa.
All 10 of my followers that don't overlap.
Yep, all 10 of your followers that don't overlap. Okay. I think we can just go to it. So, yeah, we're not going to do any alts, right? So I guess I should just throw everyone who has an alt at the bottom. But we're going to start with, where is the Emma? Where'd she go? Oh my goodness, I can't find her. No. There she is. Okay, first thing's Emma, right?
Yeah, almost perfect. Uber Eats every day isn't gonna cut it for perfect, but other than that, she's actually flawless in this.
Foo Fighting played the yelling sound, so he cut out everything you said. That's crazy. He was evil.
So that's crazy. I would never do that to anyone, ever.
He did it on purpose because he hates you.
I'm actually crying. You can hear it. But yeah, I was saying Emma's almost perfect, but the daily inedible food is way too much to let it slide. So that's definitely an almost perfect.
Yep. I think everything else she'd be good at. I don't see any reason for her to be lower than that. Now, Signal. Where would Signal go? She watches a lot of K-dramas. She's learning from watching, it seems.
Yeah. The one thing I'm thinking immediately is, does she have the confidence to do this? She'd grow into it, surely. But is it going to be a rough patch at first?
Mm-hmm.
And also, she watches TV all day. Are we sure she can she cook and clean? I don't see why she wouldn't be able to, but is she like kind of a neat outside of her work?
She's kind of a neat, a little bit outside of working. She just watches her shows. She also watches them during work as well. Much of the times we find in the outpost events, right? She's very addicted to the shows that she watches.
Yeah, that's what concerns me. Is she going to be?
I just think that,
like, is she going to be TV dinner, glued to the TV all night?
I think she'd be good at it. I don't think she's that high. I think she's just good. I don't see any huge negatives from Signal that I can recall in her method of doing things, right? And she's not a workaholic or anything like that, so she's not going to be against doing housework and stuff like that. That's how I feel about it. So yeah, put her in good. What do you think?
It seems right.
Polly is not built to be a housewife. She is a career woman who loves her job.
Yeah. Yep. Chief of, is that right? Chief. Is she the chief of police, or is she like the sheriff? What's her actual title?
I think she's the chief. At least in the outpost, she's the chief. But she's the leader of the ACPU squad, at least, right?
Yeah, she's the leader and effectively the chief. I just didn't know if that was her technical title or not.
I'm not sure if they've given her that kind of title, but yeah, she's a working woman. She's not gonna deal with any housework, for the most part. Miranda. I think she goes in to try her best here. She would try. She'd want to make the commander happy or whatever, I guess, as a housewife. But,
yeah.
She's just too klutzy.
Yeah, and she's not gonna... it's going to be like an enjoyable experience for a lot of people, but it's just not going to be objectively good.
It'd be fun, but not good. But that's why she tries her best still. Like in everything, she always tries her best. Brid, same thing. She's married to her job for the most part. She's gonna, take some time off sometimes to go drink with you and then do whatever. But otherwise, she's gonna be married to the train. Any disagreements on that?
No.
Solene. Solene's interesting.
How
do you feel?
I'm trying to think about. I think we're above not built because there's aspects of her that have a lot of charm, but I don't know that there's anything that's going to push her above trying her best.
Really? What's the negative so that makes her go down from good?
Just general demeanor, I guess. I know that's not a very satisfying answer, but
well, in her mind, right, doing the job of a housewife and make her seem more adult or whatever, because she's always striving towards that.
Yeah, she's striving towards it, but she never really does a great job at it.
So you think she tries her best? You think she would not be at the same level of Signal, though?
No, I think Signal would be better.
No. Don't put her there. Diesel. Is Diesel the perfect housewife?
That depends. I would say yes. Some people would get really, really annoyed with the singing thing. So I could understand if somebody said almost perfect because they don't want their ears to bleed every morning. I get that.
Who says that being, a housewife has the duty of singing? Where's that coming from?
Well, it doesn't, but I mean, this means you're living with them all the time, and so
True.
she's going to take showers. And so she's going to sing in the shower because it's just what people do.
But it's
especially someone like her who likes singing. I like it. I think it's I think it's endearing.
Yeah.
But some people would probably drive them fucking insane. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's because they're weak. They're weak-minded.
I agree. So I'm totally fine with putting her in perfect.
Yeah, she cooked. She's done cooking before. I remember that. I don't think she's ever had any complaints about when she's cooked a few times. She's done that a few times. I don't remember there being an issue with that. Cleaning, she cleans Daisy X all the time, so she has the skills to do that. Which Solene also has the skills to do that. So I think Solene should go to good because she does clean Daisy X all the time. Remember? That's like one of her duties. Is they swap between who cleans Daisy X.
Yeah. Yep.
And she's a sweet, kind. She will give you a lap pillow. She'll make you have comfort.
They swap that? I thought she was always cleaning it.
Is she always cleaning it? I thought
she was always cleaning it.
I thought they had like shifts, like rotations on like who did when.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because
she's doing it a lot.
Didn't Diesel during the Maxwell thing, right? Just remember when they got trapped in the ACX. Didn't Diesel save the commander from Maxwell? And then that's because she was there trying to clean it. I think that's what happened.
I remember saying something about that one time, and I said that Solene had to clean it.
Oh.
And I can't remember if that's because they mentioned it there or if they mentioned it somewhere else, and that's why I said it. But
okay.
When I think of cleaning, it's Solene. But
surely, I think Diesel's helped Solene before in the past. I'm pretty sure I remember that happening, at least at the minimum.
Yeah, I'm sure they can all do it.
No? Okay, there we go. Bestie. I don't really know about Bestie when it comes to this kind of thing. I'm pretty sure she would try her best, but would she be good at it? I'm not even sure. I know she cooks instead of Emma, right? Because that's what her and Vesti, her and Unwa do, is that Emma cooks, but then Vesti makes them a meal or whatever for Unwa and her to eat instead, so they don't have to eat Emma's bad cooking. Right?
That sounds right.
So she can cook. But when it comes to, she would be affectionate, so that helps, right? That's one thing. That's a bonus. I don't think she's almost perfect though. I think she's a rage in her. You're gonna mess up one day, and she's gonna give you a slap.
Yeah, the violence is a little unnerving.
Mm-hmm. She's got a monster in her.
But I think there are other characters that have just as much of that in them, and I don't think I would give them negative points for it.
Okay.
So I don't know how much that. We'll see, but the problem is with her, you never know. she might go crazy on outside of the house, which is the concern.
She's gonna have some road rage event happen.
Yeah, or she's gonna miss out on the last cucumber and go insane in the grocery store.
Well, I've seen that's happened in a Japanese anime I've seen before, right? I think that happened in. I just can't remember. I swear there was like some show where there was a big fight in a supermarket or whatever for like during a sale, and it was over vegetables. I just think she's gonna. Yeah, let's put her in high good. She'll be in high good, okay? I think that works out for Bestie. She has a lot of good going for her, but she does have some questionable things going on. I think, right?
Yeah. Yep. There's a few concerns, but nothing is overly awful.
No, Unwa. I think she's not meant to be a housewife.
No.
She's meant to lead as a commander.
You're gonna be a house husband.
Yeah, you're gonna be the house husband for her. Yep. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's too low, says Zenard. How though? She's not almost perfect, right? So that means she goes into good. Because almost perfect is like she only has like one or two things that stops her from being perfect, which is like for Emma, the cooking. She just can't cook. That puts her down there. I think Guillotine is too delusional to be a. Would she? Yeah. I don't know. Would she even try her best? She might.
I don't think so. I think she's gonna go full spoiled.
Yeah, I don't think she could be a housewife.
I don't think that one's gonna work.
Yeah, she's not made for it. Maybe if you played it into character or something, and she had to do it for some, hiding from the big O, right? She has to pretend to be a housewife to hide from the big O.
Yeah, how long can that really work, though?
I don't know.
No.
A quest, maybe. Well, let's put her down there. Maiden. I don't think Maiden knows how to cook and stuff, right? Because when she was doing when she was on her neat life before Ice Dragon Saga, she was just there playing games and then ordering DoorDash the whole time, and it made her butt grow like 2 times the size.
Yeah, she wants it bad in terms of being a housewife, but I don't think she has the necessary qualifications and skills.
I think she would try her best.
But she's going to try hard. She's going to try hard, and she's going to learn. She's not incompetent. Mm-hmm. I'd be okay with putting her in good.
Would she go good, though? Because I guess it's talking about like her current skill set right now, or whatever, right?
I mean, current skill set, I'd agree it would be tries her best. I just think she's so competent, she'd pick it up quick enough. But that's speculation, so that's fair to not include that.
Mm-hmm. Put you down here. D. I think what does she do as Diana? Does she act? She acts as a housewife as Diana, doesn't she? Isn't like the whole thing? Or does she have a job as the cover? I don't remember exactly.
Her cover.
Wasn't like they were being like newlyweds and stuff, right? But then was it that she has a job, or is she like a full-time housewife? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, honestly.
Zinar, do you remember? Zinar saying D does a good LARP. Oh yeah, she works at the hotel, but the hotel has a lot of
that's like
automation,
D.
some big machines, right? No, but we're talking about D fully. Like this is D fully. We're not doing any alts. We're just doing the whole character, right? I think she has. I think she has the skill set to be a housewife because she's LARPing, has it?
I mean, but the LARP has bled into her mind in reality. I think she's perfect. Like rank 1 perfect.
Yeah, she's fully kitted out on the skill set. She learned it fully.
Like she stopped LARPing like 15 minutes in, and it became her real self. I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe.
But I feel like because it's a LARP, it's just almost perfect. It's not a natural thing, right?
I think I think it's too genuine to not be I'm sorry. I think it's too real to not be genuine. I think it's rank 1 perfect.
Did she cook the food at the hotel?
Like that's
because at the hotel, there's a lot of automation at the hotel. They run the hotel. Her and K, and the food service has always been said, "Oh, the food is amazing here." Are they cooking the food? If they're cooking the food, then maybe she is perfect. Can we get a fact check on that? I don't know that it's said,
but I'd be very surprised if she didn't know.
I mean, she would have to approve the menus and stuff.
She did a lot of research to get into this role.
True.
And she continues to throw it down. Like she's like, this is her life. I think she's rank 1.
Okay. We'll throw it up. We'll throw it there. We'll put her up there. Perfect. She's learned. Helm. I don't think Helm. I think Helm is she's married to the admirer, pretty much. She wants the admirer.
So the one difference here, I agree that she is very career oriented, and so she can't be even as high as good, but she would want it more than the other people and not built for it.
True.
I think she'd do a decent job when she is around. So
yeah, I think maybe we put her good.
I don't know about good, because she is going to be gone all the time.
No, but like
I'm thinking,
but think about her
when she is
around on the Mire, right? Like she's cooking on the Mire, she's cleaning on the Mire, she's hosting those events or whatever. So she has the skill set to do a lot of housework or whatever. And then she's also very loving towards the commander now with the most up to date lore, right? She's would be good at most of the jobs. It's just she's probably not going to execute it fully perfectly because she's also going to be gone for a long time due to her job. She can't fully get into the mindset.
I guess the question there is, how available is she? Because at the end of the day, the best ability is availability. And so if you're not around, it's a 0. But she's going to be around somewhat, obviously. It's not literally 0 like it would be for like half of the pilgrims.
Hello, Wispy. Welcome. Well, I guess also we need to take it into the account of, okay, so this is a situation. The situation we're basing this on is if, okay, the commander is now married to this person, right? But then how did their duties change after the marriage? That's the whole point. I guess that's like the kind of framework that work on it from, essentially. Like, oh, they just got married right now.
Yeah, some of these Nikkes would quit their jobs, and she's not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would quit their jobs to be a full-time housewife, and she would never do that, which is fine, but she would be probably perfect otherwise.
Whoa, legendary. Thanks for the raid. 7. Whoa. I think that's the first raid that's ever happened. That's pretty neat. Crazy. Raid message, bottom text. Whoa. Bottom text. We got hit by the bottom text. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow. Soup. Post the crust emo in the chat, guys. Post that. Do that. Look at that. Crust it up.
Breaking the chain.
There was no chain. You broke a single crust.
Sometimes you have to be a little bit evil.
Evil. Well, welcome everyone. We're doing a housewife tier list of Nikke's. Well. He's crying. Mortal is crying. Where is... You made him cry. You were making them cry, Ripple.
Well, Zenard's yelling at me like he didn't break up a 3 streak.
Where is Neon SR? Where is she? There you are. She does make good soup. Okay, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, we're just putting Helm into good, yada yada yada, based on her availability, so on and so forth.
Neon.
Where would Neon go? She grew up in the Outer Rim. She has the skills to survive. But
I think she's gonna try her best.
She's gonna try her best.
We're definitely at not. We're not at not built.
Well,
we're above that.
Well, legendary.
I think.
Helm is not almost perfect because, you know, she's very career oriented, right? She's going to be focused more on her job. She's not going to, she'll do some work or whatever in the house, but she's going to be out a lot, working with the Amire, holding the events, so on and so forth. Because the way that we're looking at this is if, okay, these characters just got married to the commander right now, how would they act and how would they become a housewife, or would they just not become a housewife? Like, say, for example, Unwa or Polly or whatever, or Brit, they're just going to stay in their jobs or whatever. They're not going to, you know, up in their lives for that kind of thing because they love their jobs. Stuff like that. Right. Now, but where would Neon go? Where would she go? She just try her best, maybe? Would she go above Maiden, though, or below Maiden, do you think?
I'm not sure if she might even be good, but I gotta think this one through a little bit more. So what I'm thinking of, she's obviously a goofball.
Yeah, she's a goofball.
But she's never, outside of fighting, which has nothing to do with this, she's never really been, like, actually airheaded. She's like a memer, but, like, she does understand what's going on around her. She's pretty competent.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to try pretty hard. I mean, I guess all of them are, but all of them tries her best or above, but
I guess she's it was put her the highest, or tries her best for the moment, I guess, right? Just leave her there for now.
So her new alt is all based around defense.
Yeah.
So that means she's a good protector of the house. I don't think that's going to go anywhere, but
does that help with the duties of a household, though? The cleaning, keeping it, you know, organized, how she helps you.
Yeah, she's a little bit of a whiner, so maybe tries her best is perfect.
Mm-hmm. I'll put her at the highest, because she does clean up and needs this stuff, at least, right? I think a bit.
Yeah.
Now, where would Mask go? Mask can cook. Mask cleans. She's a maid. She's literally she has maid training. She's very lovey-dovey, and she's going to listen to the commander's problems and give him a lap pillow when he comes home.
But
she loves to get drunk.
Yeah, she does that a little too much.
And we learned in the 2x Love event, getting drunk too much is not good for you.
But she's got so much skills. I think it's okay to put her low good.
Really, she's not almost perfect. Because I feel like
well, she's gonna be.
yeah, she loves.
She's just as busy
adventure.
as Helm.
Mm-hmm.
She's just as busy as Helm, and she's never giving up the pirate lifestyle. So
True.
I think she's below Helm.
Below Helm? But Helm doesn't have maid training like how Mass does.
Yeah, but Helm's not going to be borderline blackout drunk every night.
Oh, true. True.
I think they're close, but I think Helm is just going to edge her out.
Marciana. The girl, the teacher who loves cute things.
So for this one, the school day always ends before the work day. So she's going to get home before you do.
Depends if she has to do anything after school, though. Any kind of extracurriculars or like some sort of like grading work she wants to do it at school. Sinar's saying Mast is not built to be a housewife. What are you talking about? She'd be good at it, I think. Yeah, Marciana. She loves the kids. She would be good at raising kids, too. She deals with a lot of childish people all day. She has that going for her, too. How do you feel about it? Ripple?
If only the event would have given me a nice refresher on how she acts day to day.
Well, she reacts. She.
No, that's like. I'm thinking like, she's probably
good. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know that we have a whole lot of information on her.
Well, we know she loves cute things. She's like she loves her students. I think she cooks or whatever. She likes to
Does she cook? Was that somewhere?
I don't remember exactly. No, that might not be anywhere. But she does like to buy cute food, apparently. Like the dog. She bought like the dog shaped ice cream, and then she got too upset to eat it. She couldn't eat it because it was too cute.
I think we can go good. The one thing that's stopping me from going higher is I don't feel like we have a lot of information outside of her. Like, I mean, that's not bad information, but
yeah, I don't think we have.
I don't know.
She would be good with kids, though. She's nice with them. She loves kids. Like, she loves, standing up for her students and all that kind of stuff. That gives her some good bonuses, but I guess we don't have enough info to put her into perfect or almost perfect. That is true. She'd be good at it.
Yeah, I feel like anybody that's kind of defined by careers, it's hard to put them above good.
Query.
Because
yeah, go ahead.
And now we can move on.
Okay. Query. You have all this about Query. You look Query, so you can have Query. You can rate her. You love her.
Yeah, we're not going very high on this one. She's gonna try her best, but she's gonna do really poorly. I mean, she will try her best, but she's gonna be so bad at it. I think we're going not built.
Not built.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
She's gonna crash into everything. She's gonna see a towel in the house. I think it's Polly.
Like she's gonna set the kitchen on fire.
Sure.
But she's gonna try so hard that I want to put her at the top of that list, even if it might be the biggest disaster.
Curry would tend to a rag on a chair instead of you. She would think the rag is you. Maybe. Could be. Privity Privity. She can cook. She can clean. She's lovey-dovey. She wants the commander's affection all the time.
Here's where we're going to diverge. Probably one of the bigger ones. I've got a lot of problems with her as a housewife.
Really? Even though she's has full training? Full training.
Well, one, she's going to leave your clothes dirtier than she found them.
Oh.
When she has to wash them. That's established. So that's not going to go well.
That's
two, she's got 18 jobs.
18 jobs. That is true. She has 18 jobs. But the clothes thing was only when she was starting out. When she calmed down a bit later, she doesn't do it anymore. She just takes a piece for herself and doesn't give it back.
Yeah, I think that's still going to be a knock for me. Yeah, I'm thinking like Lo tries her best.
But she's
got 8 trillion jobs.
She's not really married to those jobs, though, right? Because in this scenario, right, she just got married to the commander. She is not like, besides like the one job with the Central government, she's not really married to the rest of them. It would just be she still has to do that little bit of Central government work rather than fully getting away with that. She believes in doing that work, so she's not going to quit that stuff. But she could stop being a maid and stop, helping out the schools and stuff like that. It would just be that she'd only keep that one other job, which would be the CG work.
I don't think she would quit them though.
You sure?
I don't think she would. I think she would try, and then she'd be like, "Hey, can you come in?" And then she'd be working a full schedule almost immediately because she wouldn't turn them down.
You don't think that she would rather spend time with the commander instead of working those jobs? Because she doesn't have to work those ones. She has to work the Central government one, but she doesn't have to work the other two. Although, it could be that when she goes to work at the maid cafe, the commander just goes there and then supports her.
Yeah, but that's like, you're not going to be coming home to a whole lot of... I don't know. I'm struggling to put her above tries her best.
She has to be at least
so
good.
Busy.
She's got to be at least in good.
Well, I could see this being a good wife, but a good housewife is a different thing. And I don't know if she's a good housewife.
I just don't see that she wouldn't make the time to do things for the commander like that, based on what she's done in a lot of the story. Especially if she got actually married, I think she would trump a lot of things besides like a few important things like the Central government work. I think that's the only thing that she could never trump, was that, because she believes in the job she's doing there a lot. But the maid cafe,
yeah, I definitely agree. The maid cafe.
I think she could drop it or like do it like way less.
I don't think she'd drop the teacher thing either, though.
The teacher thing, that was only just for she barely does that though. That was like 2 free times or whatever.
Like 2 or 3 times. That's more than most people have even appeared.
Yeah, but that's only because
I'm not trying to do that. She's popular and all that, but
she was only directly asked to do those things, and because she didn't have a good reason to say no, she approved it, right? Because she knew that she was going to be with the commander both times. She knew that.
I think she likes it at this point. I think she'd keep doing it. But you know what? I'll be all right with good. I'd probably put her in tries her best. And if I had to go good, I'd put her lower than Helm, probably. But I'll accept that. I'll accept where it is.
Okay. We'll do that. Zwei? I have no idea. Zwei is...
Hold up. 1 second. Fu, she's not going to do that because that's like what her entire Stellar Blade arc was about. Is that she's not blindly following orders anymore.
Exactly.
She's still got trust and faith, but she's not just going to do things because she's told.
She had a whole arc. They took the whole Stellar Blade event and made it hers. Part of it, her. Zwei. I think Zwei just doesn't have the skill set. She just would try her best.
Yeah, there's nothing about her that's particularly wrong. So not built's maybe a little low, but
She even wanted though. I'm not sure. What's her goal is though is to do things like Privity, kind of. She wants to work with the CG a bit like that.
yeah, but she definitely has less skills than Prudy at this point. So there's no way we could put her in good.
Let's put her
Unless it was on the very low end. But I think tries her best is good.
She's learning. That's what we saw in the 2x2 event. She learned. She was learning skills about being made, but she couldn't do a lot of it. She could only do like a few things. Like she could only do a little bit of catch-up art or whatever. Phantom is
probably.
I don't think she's built.
Probably not built.
I think she's the same thing as like Guillotine.
Yeah, she's goofy and she's fun, but she's gonna be sneaking out at night and she's gonna be working her library job during the day. I don't think she's given up on that.
Also, hello Ken, or the stream. Welcome. You have no Beyblade tournaments at your local area? That's crazy. I didn't even know there were tournaments for Beyblade anymore. Yeah, Phantom, too silly. She's gonna be doing a lot of things. She's way too busy. Remember when she was mean to Signal?
Yeah,
that was I
don't know why they. Yeah, that was a weird. I think there's another person she was kind of mean to as well, but outside of Signal at one point. She's got a little mean streak in her.
Signal didn't enjoy the media in the right way, so she got angry. I was like, wow, why are you so mean?
That's awesome. Phantom definitely has a Twitter account, and she argues with people. She definitely has one.
Oh boy, now it's time for a Rappy.
All right. So she would absolutely drop everything to do this. That's undeniable.
At this point, yeah, she would.
She is a person who budgets, so she's good with that chore. I think she cleans up after Anise quite often, or at least she has. And
then she did help with Miriam. She even sang Miriam lullabies and stuff like that.
Yep. She got more mother practice during those 2 weeks with only one.
The 2 weeks of Miriam.
Where's the flaw?
Where's the flaw? I'll try.
I don't see one.
Well, a lot of her motherly feats and housewife potential comes from before Red Hood infected her brain. So there's some things going on in Brappy's brain that's making her act a little bit strange compared to before. She has some moments and that stuff going on.
Yeah, she's a little wacky, but all of these characters are kind of wacky too. Hers has just become very new. I think she's perfect.
I think she's almost perfect. I think there's just missing a little bit of sauce. There's a little bit of sauce missing in there. She's not. She has some redevelopment happening due to the transformation. And once she's completed that redevelopment.
Okay, so but the motherly thing is not exactly true either. She spent 2 weeks with only one. And she was, I mean, you could say that's whatever, but she was doing stuff.
Well, we never got to see anything like that. No, we never got to see.
We didn't see it, but I think it's a very, very easy speculation to make.
Though, of what she actually did to Marion. We got to see that in Holy. How she treated her.
There was nothing about her getting weird. She was getting weird with the claiming stuff. That's undeniable. But she never actually really. It was never shown she did anything strange with only one, and only one left still believing that Rappy was her mother. I think she's perfect. I think there's nothing wrong with her.
So let's think about it. Cooking skill, she does cook. Cleaning skill, she cleans. Motherliness, she has that in there. And then would she be comforting? Yes. Would she support the commander as his wife? Yeah, okay. That's gonna be there. Yep, true. But is she gonna have some moments that make her go down?
I mean, but Dee's an assassin.
True. Would Rampy though? Really? I guess.
She can cook. She can budget. She's gonna try harder than anybody on this list. There's one thing that nobody can outdo her in, and that's being a tryhard.
I'll put it there for right now. I'll put her in perfect right now. Once I figure out the one thing, because there's one thing I feel that's wrong with her that makes her all go to almost perfect rather than fully perfect.
There's nothing wrong with her. Perfect.
Banker. She has maid training. She lets the commander poke her belly to give him stress relief. She's kind. She's nice. Cook, clean. She does fun activities. She does. Yeah, Rappy is obsessive. That is something. I think.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing. It's not horrendous. Well, and like, in a housewife,
it's going to be like
it's a level that's very tolerable for a housewife.
If you're out too late, she's going to get on you and try to attack you, maybe.
But that's what you want, though. You don't want someone that doesn't care.
Is that what you want, though? If you just stay out too late, she's going to get angry?
Yeah, probably. Right? You shouldn't be showing up at 2 a.m. without saying so.
I see.
I think that's on you if you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be a healthy thing, but I mean, it would be healthy because it's a marriage in this. It's not just like random person at this stage.
It also shows maybe not a full thing of trust. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not buying it. This feels like we're reaching at straws, trying to knock her down and knock her down.
Okay, what about Anchor then? Because Anchor mentioned it, so
I think she's above Mast. I think she's got everything that Mast has going for her, and then she doesn't have the slight debuff from being a drunk.
There is something wrong with Rappy, a little bit, but
she's a little cringe, but she's not a bad housewife.
I feel like Anchor is the one who's least married to the job of the AGS, or I mean, of Aegis.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like she would be more willing to just drop it if she got married.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm alright with that.
But yeah, she does have a few, kind of quirks. I think she does have the tism, so that gives her a little bit of a quirkiness to her, where she would not fully understand some feelings sometimes. She has a monotone nature to her, right? A little bit. Am I wrong based on their interactions?
I'm sorry. Sorry, I was laughing at Ignis.
Oh.
Everybody wants to see pilgrims. It just makes me laugh.
A lot of the pilgrims are going to be low.
Yeah, that's a rough group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to put her in almost perfect. Anchor.
Yeah, I agree.
Arcana. Well, based on the event, she would literally jump everything for the commander. So we know that.
Yeah. Well, so just to put it out there, I'm struggling between perfect and almost perfect. Because if Ignis is going to talk about someone being obsessive and potentially going a little crazy, I mean this is patient zero right here for that.
Mhm.
That's my one, because like if you could avoid that, she'd be perfect. But can you avoid that?
She's messy though. We do know that she's messy. She doesn't clean a lot based on her all of everything. Both times we've been to her rooms, they've always been messy, right? So she misses that skill set, but she can cook. I'm pretty sure, yeah, she cooks and stuff like that. She'll nurse you to health, stuff like that. But she does not have the cleaning set in her skills. So she misses that one big thing, which probably makes her go to almost perfect rather than perfect. Other than that, she's going to comfort you. She's going to be always there for you. She's going to cook for you. She's going to love your children, etc. She's just going to be there for you. And she's going to jump everything else. Her job doesn't matter to her when she's married to the commander. So I think we can put her in almost perfect, but below Anchor because she doesn't have the maid training, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking below Emma. That's who I was comparing it to. Below Anchor's probably right though.
Mm-hmm. K.
Not built.
Yeah, K is not built to be a housewife. She would mourn the commander forever. That is true. She'd mourn us for a long, long time. Sora? What would Sora do?
So she's a soothing person.
Yeah.
Like she would be. She has the motherly traits going for her.
What? Where would 2B be, Ken? I think 2B is not built to be a housewife, probably. But we're not doing collab characters. We're just doing main Nikke characters, Ken. Sora did die. That is true. That was on the news. I heard about that. Sora is a smuggler, and she does have the dream where she wants to stay with the her squad to get the wings of victory and stuff, right?
I didn't think of that. That smuggler thing's a little spooky because she might get arrested.
True.
And that's not very good housewife behavior. That's a little spooky, actually.
Mm-hmm. I think, though, when she's around, she would be good at it. I think we just put her in good. I don't see any reason not to put her in good. Is there any reasons not to put her good? I think she would just, when she's around or whatever, she wouldn't be around all the time because she's doing things. But when she is around, she'd be just decent or whatever, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I am worried about that legal trouble, so I think the bottom of good is a good place.
Mm-hmm. Delta. Delta's always watching you. She's going to hide in the roof and make sure you're always safe. She's going to stealthily clean everything. She's going to cook you ramen as well.
None of those are really.
I don't think she doesn't know how to really cook.
Skills.
Keeping you safe, comforting you, giving you your physical need expertly.
Yeah, that's true.
She had the commander seeing stars in her first Bond story.
Just so goofy.
She's goofy. I think I don't think I don't see anything that's like really like negative about her, but I don't see anything that's super positive either. I think she just goes in good because I think she wouldn't be like, oh, she's not able to do it, right? She just has to try her best to do it. I think she has like, some skills with her from living alone for a long time and living with Signal, right?
Yeah, I think low good or high tries her best. Something in that range is acceptable.
Yeah, put her there. These are alts. Drag down here. We have label next. Label.
Not built.
Not built. You don't think if she got married, she would try her best?
I think it would be an abject disaster. I think she would try. I don't think it's like Unwa who would never try. I think she'd try, but I think this is like a Query situation. Like Query would try her best, but it would be a failure on every level.
Okay, I'll put her the highest of not built to be a housewife because at least she can see, unlike Query, who would just light everything on fire if she tried to cook. Right?
Yeah, Query is a little scary in a different kind of way.
She does think, true. She doesn't want to take baths, so she won't keep things clean either. If you try to make her take a bath in one of the advice sessions, she gets angry and then says, okay, fine, I'll do it. Pretty crazy. Pretty freaking crazy. Okay.
I still don't have label. That's the one character I'm missing still.
I got her one temple. I don't have summer. I don't have a winter Celine. That's the one character I miss.
I didn't pull on her banner, and I've just been waiting, and she hasn't popped up yet.
Okay. Where would EH go? EH is married to her job.
Probably not built.
She's not going to be. Yeah,
she's too locked in.
Yeah, she's like Unwa. She's just too locked in. I think she would have some sort of training because her mother made her so that probably she had the skills to rear children and whatnot, right? But she was meant to be like a CEO and stuff. So, whoa, what is happening here?
You got your screen just refreshed for me.
Oh,
good time because Twitch is on ads right now. It looks like.
Yeah, she does stuff in the Outer Rim. But she's too married to her mission in the Outer Rim to really even be a housewife, probably.
Yeah, housewife life is not really for her.
Yeah. Okay, they brought the alts. Drag you guys back down. Okay, don't press the pin images button or it ruins the UI for some reason. Okay, I'll never do it again. Oh my goodness. Okay, drag everyone down. Okay, now we're on to Maxwell.
This is a tough one.
Maxwell, yeah, she is kind of tough.
Like, because there's part of me that wants to say not built, and there's part of me that wants to say perfect, and they're kind of warring.
Sponsored by Splendidman, huh? Interesting comment, Ken. Yeah, Maxwell deals with 2 problem children all the time. She probably cooks. She probably cleans most of the mess in the people in with Matisse, unless Suin's paying for like a professional cleaning service to come in every single day. Which I don't remember that being the case. What would she be doing? But she's gonna get you. She's gonna.
She's a little scary, to put it lightly.
And what does she do? She does some research and stuff, and she likes being with Matisse, so she's gonna probably not drop everything. But in a situation where the commander is able to marry a Nikke, they're probably already done the war. So maybe the war doesn't need to be taken into account. Who knows? No. We'll make sure we'll have like the normal like jobs happening right now, like the current stories happening, and then the commander gets married to them at this point in time. So I don't think she's gonna drop her job, right? She's gonna stay with Matisse because she wants to do the fight to the Raptures.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm. Where would that put her though? Would she be in good then? With like helm and mast? What do you think?
Would she be in? Well, not only is she like part of Matisse, but she's also really into science, so she's gonna be super busy, like doing her engineering stuff.
True.
I think more so than Helm. I think we can drop her below Helm.
Mm-hmm.
I think good is a fine tier. I'm just
I think it works. Uni.
terrorist. Like literally bottom of the barrel. Can't communicate without hurting people. This is a rough one for me. I don't see a lot of good here.
But the commander became built for it. He learned. He trained his body, so he knew what they all meant.
I'm thinking this is like below K for me.
Below what?
Below K.
Below K, really?
Yeah.
I guess she is pretty childish as well, right? So she's probably
like she's mentally unstable.
True.
At best, and she's codependent on people, and she is willing to.
She did run a bar.
Do pretty evil things.
She did.
Bad things happen to her.
Oh, but no, they weren't. They were actually paying for all the services there. They got soda coming in and like cleaning up everything, so they didn't actually do any of the cleaning themselves at the bar that Mihara and her ran. So she actually doesn't have any kind of skills like that. She doesn't have any really like cooking skills either because they were serving only drinks that were just partially pre-made. I guess she does go down there, huh? Rip uni.
Yeah, I'm trying to. So I'm very anti-uni in general. So I'm trying to think of things that are objectively good.
Well, when you think about it, though, it's our fault. The commander said he would support her and then never did.
That's true, but a broken promise like that leading into one of the biggest mass murders in Arc history, if not the biggest, it's quite a jump in
Whoa, Winter the Boneless just pulled Modernia. That's pretty neat. You now have someone to use in hard mode to clear screens a bit if you don't have Snow White heavy arms. Pretty good. But yeah, I guess we'll put you need on there. Leader. Is Leader not perfect? Considering things, I guess her job, right? She's not gonna leave her job, so I guess that's the only thing that I could see in Leader that makes her just almost perfect. Then is just that she loves working on her projects at her job.
She's not super affectionate either.
Are you sure about that? She has some affectionate lines, especially like in her sundress skin. She has a bunch of.
I don't think I have that skin, so I may have missed them. Let me look them up.
She wants to go on walks with the commander. She wants to hold his hand. Blah blah blah. The only real thing is, yeah, she just really likes doing her job. She's not going to want to give up a lot of time in that. But I think outside of that period of time when she's working in the day, when she comes back, she'd be almost perfect. And she would make funny jokes. She would comfort you. She has wisdom, you know. She has 100 years of wisdom.
All right, yeah, I'm seeing these voice lines. All right, yeah, I'm okay with this.
But an almost. Yeah, because the one issue with her is that she's really likes her job, but she wouldn't be against doing any kind of housework or anything like that, based on her Bond story with how she was working with Denise, right? It's not against that kind of thing, like how an Unwa would be, or Polly would be. I guess Polly wouldn't really be against it, but Polly needs to be out on the town a lot because Polly's going to be keeping the peace for like 16 hours a day. She's that dedicated.
Yeah.
Julia. What do you mean nihilist or tier list? There's only two nihilisters. Actually, there's three, I guess, if you count nihilister, beaten down nihilister, and then dead nihilister. There's three nihilisters. I don't know
so
how you
rank
rank
one
those.
is obviously Hoodie Nihilister. It's definitely rank 1.
Yeah, Hoodie goes number 1, yep.
And then I think Base is 2 and Destroyed is 3. I think that's... There you go.
There you go. He's crying. He's crying in the chat.
What is he crying about?
About her being dead.
Actually... Oh. She'll be fine.
Maybe.
Just keep waiting.
Just keep waiting.
I'm sure you haven't gotten sick of that.
Okay.
Never cry.
Julia. Where would Julia go? Julia's on the surface now, but then if she got married, she'd come back to the Ark, right? So that makes sense. But she did come back during the favorite item stuff, so... Does she really believe in her mission, though, when she's going on the surface? I don't really know. I didn't do any of her favorite item stuff, so I'm not sure how that's going with her.
She's just like a grinder. She's like a grinder. She's like on her like artist journey.
Mm-hmm.
She's like being like a melodramatic artist, kind of. She's going on a journey to figure that out.
Yeah, so she wouldn't want to give it up, though, if she got married. She would still want to do it. And go out there and keep going on the surface, collecting music or whatever.
Yeah. But, well, there's just not a whole lot to say about her because she never shows up.
Nothing from the Bond story that gives her any kind of spice or like idea of like how she would act?
I don't know. Julia was like one of my first SSRs, so I read her Bond story like 2 years ago. Almost.
I never read her Bond story.
I don't know. She's not going to be bad at it. Like, she's affectionate. She's caring. She's generally pleasant to be around. But I just don't know a whole lot to say anything better than, like, baseline good.
Just put her in good? Okay, let's put her in good. I don't remember any, like, negatives or something. I feel like she's diligent enough that she would do it. I feel like she's affectionate enough towards the commander, which she would do it for him. Not really much to say about her. Really much to say.
The Mushroom Man is going crazy on TTS.
He did go crazy. He did. Senti. What would Senti do? Senti is more on her job than Leader because she's the apprentice and she's trying to take over from Leader because Leader's trying to retire at some point.
Mortal_V says Maya. It's me, Peyton.
Whoa, it's Peyton.
Oh, I haven't seen him in the chat at all today. So evil.
So evil. Senti, I don't really know. Is there any reason not to put her just in good? I don't think she was almost perfect or perfect. I feel like...
Who_fighting says I miss my wife, Cog. I miss her a lot.
You miss your wife? I see. Yeah, I don't see a reason
He
to put
misses
her
his
in,
wife, Cog.
He does.
Punctuation. We gotta work on that.
Oh. He misses... He's calling me his wife. That's crazy.
Yeah, Senti, I don't see.
Yeah, I don't see a reason for her to go higher
It's really
than good, or go below
Yeah.
good. Yeah, because she's just a diligent worker, and she's gonna focus on a bunch on her job, and then come home, do stuff, yada yada. She's kind. She's happy. She's gonna brighten up your day as a housewife, kind of deal.
Yeah,
Go
kind
ahead.
of box standard career woman, wife, affectionate but not going to be around 24/7.
Drink. What about Drink? Where does Drink go? Would she just go into tries her best?
I'm almost leaning towards good
Oh yeah,
because
she does.
yeah, she's good with children.
She has good kids. She's not messy.
No, and she's kind-hearted. I'm definitely worried about her cooking skills. I can't remember anything related to that, but just in general, I think that's a fair thing to worry about with her.
I don't think she's bad at cooking. I don't think there's ever been mentioned that she is bad at it.
No, I don't think there's any mention about it at all, but I think just generally I'm a little concerned about her in that department, just from how she is.
Ignis is going nuts again. He is the mushroom man, yeah. Let's
Yeah,
put her in the bottom good, I guess. She has the skills to pay the bills, and she really does talk about actually no. She did ask for us to cook for her in the past and stuff, because like to cook the steaks or whatever. The nutrient
yeah.
steaks. But she always makes sure that you are doing well, I think. She'll make you eat your vegetables and stuff like that. She's gonna pull her weight as the housewife, as your wife in the house.
You can have a yeah. So I don't. So some of these, it's like they're not really housewives, but they're going to be general wives.
Mm-hmm.
Like Drake is not a housewife, but she would probably be a good general wife.
True.
Like you're going 50-50 in on that one. This is not a. I think low good is right. I think that's right.
Crow, she's in prison, so she can't be a housewife at all. She can't do any kind of the duties of a housewife like that.
No, and even if she wasn't, she wouldn't want to do them.
Mm-hmm. Pepper.
Is Pepper perfect?
Well, I don't think she's gonna want to stop doing her job at all. She's gonna want us to go to the hospital, do her doctor work.
I think she's maybe the highest in good.
Yeah, highest in good, because she can do everything else. Everything else is good. It's just like with Privity, where she has to juggle her jobs. Oh yeah, it's Admi's time. Admi. Yeah, where's Denard? He was here. He can tell us his idea about Admi.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
He says SSSY. Explain. Yeah, she's gonna adopt legal cats. She's gonna have a bunch of cats in the house. When you get home, she's gonna have like 50 cats.
Well, but she's responsible. 50 is probably too many, and she knows that. You can't take care of 50 cats. Probably like 20. Something much more reasonable.
Hmm. Maybe
More responsible than Helm. Okay. Well, Helm's pretty responsible.
how much responsible?
Oh, he meant privity.
Okay, what if I added under the good in quotation in the parentheses? Still works. Maybe that will clarify a bit of it. I'm not sure.
You could do like career woman, maybe.
Career woman. Good career woman. No, that I don't think that really works.
Maybe still employed rather than works.
Yep.
Just because that's a little more clear.
Still in. Yes, there we go. Okay. Something like this. Okay, there we go. Let's see, what's Denard saying?
Mortal_V says he.
More responsible than industry plans. I put her in wherever I already know I want. Okay, he's put her wherever. Okay, where would she actually go? What does she really
think good.
do?
I think good is reasonable at least, right?
Yeah, she probably still wants to work for the government. So
I feel like Zenard's not really giving us anything to really lift her up too high.
He is the admin guy, so he should tell us. But let's put her in the middle of good. I don't really see any. I don't remember anything super negative about what she does. But yeah, she's just gonna do things. Oh, maybe instead of good, maybe it should be like part-time housewife. Would that be better or no?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, part-time housewife. Good. / good. Part-time / good. Yeah, either it's like they're part-time or they're good. There we go. Do you like that?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there are a lot in that list that would be a lot higher if they weren't.
Yeah, we're getting
working
right. Yeah.
80-hour weeks.
There we go. That's been solved. Nice. Jackal, she can't do it.
Perfect.
She can't cook. She can't clean. She can't do any of the housework at all.
Yeah, but your heart would warm up every time you walk back in the door.
True. Your heart would warm up. Maybe maybe she was a Miranda. Because Miranda, it's kind of the same deal, and we put her in, tries her best. You would teach her how to do things, and she would do them like weirdly. Because the commander can't teach her to do things.
I think Miranda might still be a step above. I think this one's genuinely not built.
Yeah, I just don't. She just can't do it.
She's not malicious, but she's like Query. It's just going to be a disaster.
Mm-hmm. Laplace. I just don't think she's has any skills. She would try her best, but then I don't think she has like the skills for it because she's kind of pampered a bit, right? By Suin and stuff.
Yeah, and you're gonna have a lot of window repair fees.
She's gonna
Um,
every time she comes back home, she's just gonna smash right through it. She's not gonna use the front door. She's gonna smash right through the window.
no, I think right next to Neon seems about appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Guilty.
Um,
Guilty would stop working because she doesn't have a job. So she doesn't have a job already. That's one thing.
no, I guess we're assuming these characters are out of prison.
Well, Guilty's been released, and so is Sin. They're both released from prison. The only one still in prison, technically, is Quincy, but she just comes and goes as she likes.
I thought Sin was still in at the end of her story because you couldn't rehab her at all.
She's been free ever since she's joined the maid cafe.
But I thought she went straight back right after she was done with that. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't think
now.
so, because I remember remember there was a blabber message thing between Guilty, Quincy, and Sin where they were talking about how they wanted to give people free hugs to improve their images because they were free from prison. Except for Quincy, because she just comes and goes as she wants, right? So she could still be part of the event even though it doesn't matter. And then the commander like, oh, you shouldn't hug anyone because you're going to break their spines. That happened. So they are free. Guilty and Sin.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Not just I'm fine with it. I'm sure you're correct.
Hello, Midwest Weeb.
But
Welcome to the stream. I am the crab. But yeah, Guilty. She's been in prison for a while.
wait.
So
Crab with a K. Are you fake crab?
oh, well, no, it's,
Whoa.
it's-
Oh wait, wow. We've uncovered it. Fake crab. You heard it here first.
no, because it's the K because you're placed. It's the first letter of Cog, right? Cog the crab. You shorten it to crab. There you go.
Yeah, but that spelling of crab means fake crab. And
Great.
so I think it's over for you.
Okay. Let's rank Guilty right now. Let's do it. Let's get Guilty through this. Guilty.
Tries her best. She's
Yeah.
gonna break everything.
Same. Yeah, she will. Sin. Sin has maid
Not
training
built
now.
for it.
Wait, she has maid
Yeah,
training.
but she wants to dominate and destroy you mentally.
Well, Rampy
She
does
would
that
pretend to
too.
be. What? Rappy does not dominate and destroy you mentally.
Rappy,
I think- what are we talking about?
Rampy wants you all to herself. Just like Sin.
Okay. Half of these Nikkes want you all to themselves, at least.
Yeah,
She's
but
just a
they,
little jealous. But Sin wants to like Rappy wants you all to herself romantically. Sin wants to control you. Like literally with her ability.
Yeah, but if she gets married, then she's already in control. Bazinga.
I just don't have it in me to trust her. I think not built. But if you want to put her somewhere else, I'm okay with that.
I think she has to be in
I
good
don't feel
because
too strongly on this one.
she has the training for the maids, so she has the skills. And she's getting married, then in her mind, she's already in control of the commander, right? She has the what's the further domination that beyond the marriage?
Yeah, I agree with Midwest Weeb. I don't think Rappy's more outward about it, but I mean, they all get mad whenever anything happens. There's a whole event over the noise cheek kiss.
Sure.
They're all like that.
Yeah. Lucarus, welcome to the stream. You didn't know I streamed? It's been in my bio forever. It's crazy. The people who don't know. But welcome. You're here. Thank you for coming. Quincy is in prison, so I don't think she could be an housewife. I don't think she can be a housewife. She's in prison, right? But if she was out of prison, where would she go?
Unless she breaks out all the time.
Yeah. That's fine. They don't check the bios. People don't check them, right? Very curious. Thanks for the follow. Whoa, there you go. Now you're the newest follow. Look at that. That's pretty. Well, that's not centered. I need to center that. Get centered. There we go. Nice. Okay. Where would Quincy go though? Where do you think? If she leaves anyway, so she's gonna be out of prison. Just think about it that way. Rebel, did you die? Okay, you know you're here.
Probably. No. Sorry, I was thinking. I think she's probably the. She's got to be above Sin.
Does she do?
She's definitely
any. Does she have any? What does she do in the prison? She had collected the bottle caps and stuff. Did she like perform any duties though? I don't know. I'm sure. But she knows how to clean, cook. Support. She would be supportive.
Well,
she would. I think she'd probably be good with kids and stuff because of her personality.
Yeah, she's very supportive. Like her reason for leaving was specifically so that she could continue to tell people in there and make their lives better.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a good heart, unlike Sin. I think that counts for a lot.
Maybe. Fine, we'll put her up there. What about Sora? Because Sora and her have a similar kind of thing going on where they're both kind of criminal elements. Anne, I don't think Anne could be an housewife because she's going to lose her memory every single day. I don't think she's built to do that.
No. She needs to be taken care of.
They need to make an event where Anne's memory fully gets fixed. I've been waiting for that forever. She needs an alt where she can become a real person. Miracle Snow, but forever.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I would do a lot for her with how dependent she is on how the commander thinks of her. I think that would go a long way for her.
Yeah, get the MMR workers fixing her right now. All she needs is a water backpack that just connects right into her brain and gives her cooling or whatever. Because maybe it was the snow cooling her brain down that made it so she could remember things. Who knows? But now Epinal. What does she even do?
Skateboards. It's not really a housewife trait. I don't remember anything about her personality, to be honest.
She's
generally like a kind and good person, right?
Yeah. She's radical. I don't really know if she. I'm not sure if he. I don't even know if she's. If we there's barely any info that we can you can use. So I'm just gonna put her in tries her best because based on anything, I don't think she has like the skills of like a housewife at all. Yeah, it's a Leaf character. Yep.
See, the thing is, I have no idea if he's trolling or not. It's hilarious if it is a joke, but it's a bad sign on Shift Up if it's not a joke.
Oh, which one?
Like she's not.
Oh, yes, he doesn't know who she is. Now she thinks she's Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think he's joking, but
I think
he
so.
might not be. It's like totally possible someone doesn't know.
Especially now that she's not even in the intro. She's not in the intro at all anymore. She has no appearances anywhere.
Her biggest feat was that one Japanese guy getting upset.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so bad for that guy. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's put her in tries her best. I think she would try her best, at least. Naga has to be perfect, right? She cooks, she cleans, she loves the commander. She, in a marriage, she would be very loving. She's good with children because she like raised Tia kind of deal. She would be supportive. She would do everything you would want a housewife to do. And although, yeah, I guess she would do it. Yeah, if the commander asked, she would.
Yeah, I'm not really thinking of any negatives.
And she also suited in her kimono.
Whoa.
What?
I don't like how far Rappy's sliding.
Sliding.
Like, she should be at least 2.
I don't know about that. Maybe. We'll think about it at the end.
Yeah, that's fun. I don't want to get too sidetracked.
Tia.
Tia's more of like someone that needs to be cared for, but she'd try for sure. So I don't think not built is correct.
Though, you know, she took crust training and stuff, right? She's not fully dependent on Naga as of late or whatever. She's grown past that a bunch. I think she's just being good.
Your diet's going to be concerning.
Say it again.
Like your diet, like
diet. Yeah,
her food selection is going to be concerning.
True. But she is a Nikke, right? So she can eat it. You just can't. She doesn't worry about getting diabetes. You know, she's gonna be very affectionate. She's gonna be very supportive. She's gonna. But it's just she's not gonna be a part timer. I think she would she would live at the home, but then and work at home. And what she would do is that she would just take care of reptiles at the house, and that would be her side gig while she does other things at the house, right? She would get an iguana, a snake. She would get a whole kind of exotic pet business going on inside the house. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
And she would eat a whole cake in front of you. Tuve. Where does she go?
So is that outdoor boys guy? He seems like a pretty good father. I'm thinking almost perfect.
Yeah, but she's gonna.
She has all the skills from living off the land, but maybe too many skills.
Isn't she like, I don't know, based on the advice sessions and stuff, it seems like she doesn't fully believe in her skills. She feels like she's more like an amateur still in her mind.
Well, she kind of. I don't really remember it being like that in the.
She ripped off her arm to save us. That was
favorite item story. I thought she had gotten more confident by then.
Well, I guess so, yeah. But I think she has to go into part-time because she's not going to want to stop doing her survivalist stuff, right? Just so she's going to go out a bunch to do the things that she wants to, right?
Yeah, and I guess even then, even if it's like a family camping trip, that's like the word house is important there. Or yeah.
Yeah,
I think part-time is good.
She eats grubs and tree bark as well. But don't worry, she's going to brush her teeth. Alec. See, Alec gets to work from home, so she gets to be a worker while also being at the house, right? So even though she's working still, she's still a housewife because she's still in the house. And people who work from home really don't work. They only do like 3 hours work a day, and then that's it, and they're done. Pretty neat. Where do you think she should go? Is she messy though? I don't think she's messy, right?
I don't remember as being messy.
I remember that. I think she cleaned up Trony's stuff, right?
Yeah, Trony is messy.
Yeah, Trony's messy. She's gonna make you play Boom once a day though. You're gonna speed run the first level every single day to get into the house.
She takes good care of Trony though.
She's a little bit.
I'm thinking
she's a little bit slothful. Yeah, she does mention how she doesn't want to move around a lot. I guess, right?
Yeah. I think she's good though.
Mm-hmm. Wearing good.
I'm looking at who else we have there.
She won the crystal exhibition though because she needed to, right?
I'm thinking around somewhere in that Marciana range.
Marciana range.
Plus or minus a couple.
Above Tia. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that I think looks right.
Okay, you'll put her there. That sounds good. Kilo.
Alright, important question. Are we including the benefits of having Talos around?
Well, I mean, she does own Talos.
Talos is going to be able to do a lot of good stuff for her with this. I don't know if Talos can cook or clean.
Talos can 3D
but he's
print
gonna
anything.
I'm thinking almost perfect on Kilo.
Almost perfect. And I feel like, yeah, it's she gets married to the commander. I think she'd be happy to just stop with the test and everything like that. So I think
well, what's a flaw for her? I'm kind of struggling to pull one up.
What is?
She doesn't have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she's doing a lot of cooking and cleaning herself.
Nope.
Not that I can remember, at least. She kind of has confidence issues, but they're going away.
But if she gets married to the commander, I'm not sure if she becomes. If she's almost perfect, right? Because she gets married to the commander right now. I think she still wants to continue the fight with the queen, right? Under Crown. I don't think she was going to want to be full housewife mode at the moment.
So are we go? I thought okay. I lost what we said with that. Are we including like that since we're doing the jobs and stuff too?
I guess so. Because it's like, if they're getting married like right now, right? Would they be able to drop what they're doing?
She's not going to drop her entire world for that. She's got too many big things going on around her.
So I think
I'm top of good. I think is fine.
Very good. Put her below Pepper. So I think Pepper has more skill. There. Actually, maybe there. There we go. Yeah, those three have more skills, I think, than Kilo. There. Trony. Trony didn't become a maid.
Yeah.
If Trony had a maid outfit on, then she'd be SSSSS perfect wife.
The maid buff is real, but she probably took the least buff out of anybody with that.
Wait, did I say Trony? I meant to say Kilo. Kilo in a maid outfit.
I think tries. She doesn't quite have the same disaster level that the others do that are not built. And
She
she is
would
gonna try.
she would 100% drop everything and marry the commander and stay home. What happened, Top? Wait, I mean, what happened, Max? Why'd you say good job for? What happened?
Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Mhm. True, she was pretending to be a bit of a yandere. Trony. Throw you down there. I'm just gonna get rid of the alts, right? And just have only the main version of characters up here. She did try. She did call us garbage one time. That was pretty neat.
I'm not wrong about Rappy. She's actually flawless as a housewife. She has some character flaws, but none of those would affect her abilities as a wife. If it were up to me, she would be rank 1.
Oh. Okay, well, next.
Ein.
I go 9, yeah. Ein's not going to stump her dream of being a fashion creator. So she has to go into part-time, I think. But other than that, she does have the skills to do everything else that a housewife would do, right?
Does she have? Does she?
Doesn't she?
It's not that she couldn't learn them, but she doesn't particularly seem super adept at handling other people. She's not horrific at it, but she had trouble with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that she's built up like a big cooking skill or anything either, because she's so dialed in on fashion.
That is true.
Like, she might just be too busy with other stuff in her life.
Maybe she just tries her best. Yeah, maybe she probably just likes us. Why? True, that makes sense to me. She's locked in on clothing only. Too busy learning skills. Flora.
She wouldn't give up her job, but her job is not super demanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could even like exclude that out of being like a part-time debuff, because it's not like she's working 50-hour days.
That is true. She just needs to go in there, take out the flowers, come back. You maybe even make your house in the flower dome, so it's like literally still your house. Just pull some strings with Suin and have the house be built there. Does she cook though and stuff though? I'm not sure. Flora is the opposite of a vegetarian. She's a carnivore because she views all plants as precious, so she only eats meat.
I don't know. She's just kind of generally a good person, but I'm not really thinking of anything super exceptional.
Yeah, she feeds on dewdrops. Yeah, that is true. She only eats dew. I guess she's like, I guess she just goes into high good. I don't really see anything that makes her more than good, right? I don't see anything like I don't remember them mentioning any kind of like skills that she has. But she has to have some cleaning skills like that because she's taking care of like a whole like lab of like plants, right? So that makes sense to me. She knows to do like all that kind of stuff. Maybe she does. Maybe she goes into almost perfect. Yeah. We'll do that. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have any real issues with that.
Okay. Mana.
Mm,
If she could quit being a researcher, she probably would, considering how much she hates it.
never gonna be able to quit.
Is she workaholic though? I thought she was just forced to work there because she can't leave. But if she gets married to the commander, maybe she could get special permission to leave. Or does she still know like too much that she has to work there? Right? She is kind of shackled to the job due to the how MMR works, right?
Yeah, she's not. She probably would. She would get out of it. She would get out of it even without the marriage thing, I think. But she's not going to because she's not going to be able to. But she's.
I don't think she's built to be a housewife. She likes to get drunk. She does her work. I don't think she's gonna do any kind of housework for you. That's just not in her repertoire or in any of her desires to do.
Yeah, this one. I think that we can go high on the not list, but
Yeah.
yeah, that one's tough.
I just don't think she would have the energy or like the drive to do it at all because she is shackled to her job. So I just don't think she do it. She wouldn't do it.
She would if she could flip a magic switch and do it. I think she would.
If she could get out of the work and just get married to the commander and then just be a housewife, she would, because she would be having the most relaxing period of her life with doing that.
Yeah, and she'd probably drink a little bit, but she wouldn't be
Maestro.
like she is now because her reasoning is stress from work.
Mhm.
So
Trina. Trina's basically the same as Flora, basically. But she's more wild and she does take her clothes off all the time. She does that quirk about her.
yeah, that could be good or bad depending on how you think of it.
Depends on where she does it.
It's a little
You have to wrangle her.
it's a little much.
But that's
But
also
it's
part
like
of her,
you can't
her
you
anxiety
can't answer the
issues,
door.
right? Wasn't that part of it? Like she gets like anxiety, so she needs to take it off. If she feels more comfortable that
I
way.
honestly don't remember.
I feel like her. I'll put her in good. I think somewhere in the middle, somewhere in good. Yeah, above Maxwell probably. Do that. Although maybe she should go a bit higher. Because her job is very chill, right? Just like Flora. They got like 2 events a year to do. Otherwise, they're just maintaining everything. Put her up there. Mihara.
Part time.
Would Mihara want to do any of this stuff though? I'm not sure.
Want to do any of the housewife stuff?
I mean, would
Is
you?
that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, she's obviously good at being a caring person.
True. She took care of Uni and stuff.
She has infinite. She would be. She's like a top 5 motherly character in the game. And she's a yearner.
A yearner. Do you know
Which I
anything
guess
about her,
doesn't really.
anything about her cooking skills and stuff like that? Anything about her kind of skills like that? Have you heard of her cooking at all? Would she have the skill set for that? I'm not sure.
Not that I can remember, no.
Things we look for is cooking skills, cleaning skills, support structure, work-life balance kind of thing, stuff like that. Does she
Maybe
have any
low on the
others?
part-time.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, I mean, she's literally full-time carrying uni.
Yeah, true. She has to do that because uni is in a very bad situation currently.
Yeah, she just has probably some of the least amount of dedicated time because she's also, especially with her ties with Gian, she's not going to be able to take a step back from
Well, she got
the
freed.
big stuff for a
She
whole
got-
lot longer.
She was freed from Jin by Siren at the end, but she can't go back to the Ark again until she gets like a chatterbox or something like that she can bring back as a trophy. Because Siren
She's
got rid of
free
the
from it.
Siren got rid of the bomb collars.
I thought she cut a deal though with Gian.
She did, but Siren overrid it with her bubbles. Pretty much, right?
That's scummy. That's a negative then, to be truthful. I think so because I mean she's going back on her word.
Oh,
I think that's a very bad trait.
it
If
was
that's
it was a deal
not
under
remembered
duress,
that way.
though. What about
Yeah, I don't know how much I believe in that.
what about Mori now? Miss Mori. How could she do? Do you think?
She's, yeah, I mean, she's like literally known for being incompetent. But she's gonna try really hard. I think she's like not a. I think tries her best.
Tries her best. Here we go. Now we're getting into the Tetra Nikkes now. It's Tetra time. Oh, when the tier list is done, I'm gonna post it on on Twitter later. That's what's gonna happen. Sugar. She's gonna give you diabetes. I don't really know much, but how she would do. She works at the cafe, right?
With Sugar, she's pretty affectionate.
She is.
She's got a lot of past baggage that's not really. It's a little spooky to be tied into your family life.
Hmm. What is her duties around the cafe? I don't really know. She's rowdy. She's a delivery girl, yeah. So she doesn't do any of the cooking, cleaning, anything like that. She's just doing deliveries. I think we put her in tries her best. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting lost down that rabbit hole of the Gian and Mihara deal, but I can look at that later.
No. Yes.
I think and tries her best is fine.
Thanks, yeah.
She's not going to try her best, but I don't think she's going to be bad.
Housewifed up Exia, barefoot in the kitchen. She is devoted to her gaming. She'd probably be like Maiden, wouldn't she? That makes sense to me.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Alice.
Not built.
She's not?
She just seems a little too like.
Yeah, she's a little too airheaded.
Yeah.
She has a.
She's not quite as bad as like Jackal. I think she's above that grouping down there at the very bottom.
But she does do a lot of duties at the winter outpost. But she does seem to be taken care of as well. That is true.
Yeah, I don't know that she has the independence to do this.
She's gonna get lost in La La Land. And don't feed her too many hot Cheetos. Yeah. But she does like them. That is true. Blanc. Blankety blankety blanc. Don't like Blanc and Noir. They really love their jobs, right? And
yeah, I don't know about these ones. These ones are a tough one for me.
I don't think they have any skills to be housewives either. Like, I don't think they cook or clean like that. They just do their they do their job. When they finish their job, they go out around the town, eat with the commander, and then they do the physical activities. But I've never heard about lifting any kind of finger for any kind of other work. Besides like Blanc hopping on a train, and that's it. I don't think they cooked during Neverland, right? Neverland had like a cooking thing. Did they cook in there? I don't think so.
I can't remember who's involved in that.
Let me pull that up. Oh yeah, Nikke Shifty on the screen now. Look at that. Whoa.
I'll hold my tongue. Actually,
what were you gonna say? What's this man gonna say about that Shifty?
It's just it's
indecent.
The whole thing about it was so enjoyable. I'm almost more upset that it's an April Fool's thing.
But I can't wait to read it tomorrow. The Neverland. Did they cook up anything? Or no, it's gonna be Stone Fall Oasis. Did they do anything here? I don't think they did. Yeah, they didn't cook anything here. Or did they? No. Wait, no, they're there helping out. No, they're at the table. They're not actually cooking anything here. It's all Emma. Yeah, I don't think they cook anything.
Wait, what's Noir doing?
She's like grabbing something for her fridge or something, I guess, back there.
Yeah, I don't know. Their career professions are
Yeah, I think there's
important to them.
I just don't think they're gonna do it. I
don't know if these are.
I just don't think they're built to be housewife. They wouldn't do it. They love their jobs too much, I think. And I don't think they have the skills for it either.
Yeah, see, I'm in complete agreement. I think that's the one that people aren't going to like the placement of, but I am in agreement.
Now it's Frima. Frima's sleeping. She's not gonna try her best. She's gonna sleep. I don't think she's gonna.
Yeah, you almost have to take care of everything while she sleeps.
You are the house husband for her. You are the house husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think.
she could be a good wife, but not a housewife.
Hmm.
Which really can go with like a lot of them. A lot of them have lots of good charming traits
True.
in that last group.
Mary. I think Mary's the exact same as Pepper.
She scares me a little bit more with her past.
Pepper.
But she's moved on from it, so I guess if you can trust that,
I think you can.
then there's no reason to move her off of the same spot.
If Pepper can trust her, then I can trust her. She can inject me. She can give me a vitamin B6 shot or whatever, whenever she wants.
Yeah, there's no reason to believe that she'd go back to her bad ways, but they do exist still. Some things can't go away.
Milk.
Uh,
I think Milk is likely to be part-time. She cleans up around the cafe and stuff, so she has the skills. She's going to be affectionate. She's going to support the commander. She's going to clean up around the house. She's going to cook, because I think she helped with the cooking during the Laika's recoil event or whatever.
I don't think she's married to her job though, and she's not. I mean, none of that group is particularly all that invested in.
I think she still want to
stuff.
She still want to work with the cafe though. She wants to spread the message of milk coffee.
Yeah, I think she's pretty high on that list though. I think she's probably one of the least married to the job.
Okay, we'll put her at the top
of the ones that are put it there.
Top of good. There we go. Ayulha, she's with Mana. She's married to that job.
Yeah, she's not getting away from it.
Ludmilla, she's a queen. I don't think she's gonna be a housewife at all. She wants to be waited on. Yeah, you're the house husband for her. Rupi. I think Rupi.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
I have one personal flaw here. Everything about her in this, I think, is almost perfect. The super social presence, though, that's a big negative for me.
She's gonna stream.
Knocks her down to part-time.
Yeah, she's gonna stream 24/7, but she also has their fashion brands. But I think a lot of her brands and stuff are like self-sufficient at this point, where she doesn't need to give a ton of input or whatever.
Yeah, if she's doing live streaming all the time, she's not doing like super heavy business work.
Savita's in good. Somewhere in good.
Yeah, it's a shame because if she dropped she might even do it, honestly.
But I don't.
She might. There's nothing to say that she would.
But does she even have any like skills? What's her skill set? I guess she's good with kids, so that's good there. She's gonna be supportive, that's good there. She's missing out on cooking and cleaning stuff, but you don't need that fully. She can pay someone to do that, I guess. Right? I guess she'd be good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, her wealth might keep her from having some of those skills.
Mm-hmm. Put her in good. We'll put her in good next to like Helm, I guess. But no, not next to Helm. Because Helm has more of the skill set than she does. So I guess maybe right next to Vesti by skills, I think. Put her there. Yan. I don't think she's gonna do that at all.
No, she makes me competitive and makes me want to make her that, but that's not who she is. So.
Dala, exact same thing. She's fully married into her business. She's also a bit shady.
Yeah, I'd put her below, but on the same level.
Novel.
She's a little goofy.
Wait, she does run the shop.
I'm a little concerned about her.
Ruby does run the shopping mall, right? No, or was that Yan? Yan runs the shopping mall, or she runs a store in the shopping mall. Right? I think.
Don't they all run their own shops?
Yeah, I think they do. Novel.
I don't know.
Let's-
I don't
let's
know how
go.
much work they do on this.
Yeah, let's go to novel. The Case of the Housewife. Tell her that's what she's doing, and she's gonna go perfect.
I don't know. She's not going to quit her job.
But she doesn't
I don't
really have a
think-
job. She just makes up random things for herself to do.
Well, she's not going to quit what makes her busy.
Mm-hmm.
To be more specific, I guess. Like, she's going to go out and explore things.
True. Then I guess maybe would she try her best? Maybe, I guess she's gonna try her best and then leave sometimes.
I think try her best is good. Because I can't think of any notable skills she has that are going to help her out here.
Mm-hmm. Folk Wang.
She's tried a lot of things to curb her sweat. And so I'm wondering if that is... It probably does include the things she eats, right?
Yeah.
So she
has-
probably has a lot of experience cooking for herself.
Yep, she's like
While
like a
she's
bunch of
doing this.
like weird diets and stuff probably.
Yeah. So she probably has like a super high range with that.
She's affectionate. I think she's good with kids based on interactions we've seen from her. She'll be supportive. Does she even actually have a job? Or does she just exercise all day? What does she do?
I don't know. What does she do?
Does she like work with her money, like to train people? Is that all she does?
Does she? Maybe she does like administrative work around the gym. I can't remember.
She runs marathons. Okay, is that all she does? Is marathons? If that's what she does, is marathons, then yeah, she can be home most of the time. Then because all she needs to do is go on a treadmill and train for marathons, right? They are professional trainers. Okay, so she is going to the gym to train people, and she probably doesn't want to stop doing that because she probably likes, the exercise. But housewives in real life go out to the gym and do stuff anyway, so that doesn't really take away much, I guess, compared to other jobs, right? So maybe she can be almost perfect. Maybe she can be almost perfect. What do you think? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly I agree. That's
That's the
it's
biggest.
a little crazy.
That's the biggest surprise of
Okay.
the entire thing. She's gonna go above leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Right there. Sakura, she's a crime family boss. I don't think she's gonna do it at all. She's gonna get servants to
Yeah.
do stuff. So I think she's just gonna go into here with like Yan.
Yeah, I think you can probably put all three of them
yeah.
in that category.
Viper. What could Viper do? If Viper got married to the commander, and that made it so that she was a citizen in the arc, and that like got her bomb color removed, I think she would just be fine not working and just being at home. But then, can she even? I don't think she has any skills. No, but she wrangles Jackal, so she's good with kids, I guess. And she's almost perfect. Raph, she's almost perfect. Yeah, but food fighting. She only sells weapons though because she needs the money. If she's married to the commander, she doesn't need the money anymore, right? So I don't think she really cares about the job she's doing too much. If she could get out of it. But the skills on her, though, I think lower her down to only being good. What do you think, Ripple?
Yeah, I think I agree. She would probably lose most of her negatives, but she also doesn't have a whole lot of positives going on with her.
Mm-hmm. Cocoa, she has the maid skills, but she's just gonna be drawing on paper the whole day. She's gonna be she's just not built to be a housewife. I don't see it.
Yeah, that's yeah, not there.
She's not mentally there. Soda.
Almost perfect.
That is true. She's almost perfect. She's still gonna want to work at the maid cafe every once in a while, but she'll be there for you like 90% of the time.
Yeah, I'm not worried about her career stuff. The only flaw that I'm concerned about is breaking things and being a little clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, everything else is 10 out of 10 checking the box for me.
I see it. Biscuit. She's gonna want to work with the animals no matter what. That's gonna be something she cannot give up. Other than that, I think she's gonna be good because she's cooks for the animals, so she's good at cooking. She has cooking skills. She takes care of them all. She's gonna do similar things to you. She's gonna be very loving. She's gonna be very supportive. She's gonna be a loyal dog girl. Any disagreement on that?
No. I'm at the same place with it.
Ray's the same thing. She loathes romance based on the event. When she saw the commander being lovey-dovey with Arcana and Privity, she just got angry. She didn't like seeing it.
Oh my god, that her mad face is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people really don't like it, but I'm a big fan. I think it's awesome.
It's pretty good. Arya. She's just these three, like the oh my god, I forgot their name. The squad name for the for Noise, Volume, and Arya.
Oh,
Prima Donna or something. Prima something.
Yes, that's right. Prima Donna.
I think they're all just too career oriented to be housewives.
Yeah, I think the ranking. I think Noise would go. I think they're all in the same spot, but I think Noise is above. I think Noise can be a housewife.
I don't think she has any training like that. I think she's just spent her whole life just being only focusing on her singing and stuff. So I don't think she has any of the skills that would be needed. But then I guess she has the affectionate nature more than the other two. So maybe she can be and tries her best. I'm not sure. Maybe Noise can be in part-time, but like the lowest part of part-time. Because I think she'd be competent enough to do the work or whatever. I'm not sure.
I wouldn't rank her above Maiden. I'd say she's around the same spot though as Maiden. Like she has the will and desire, I think, but not any of the skills.
Yeah. Rosanna goes down here. Neuro. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about Neuro. What do you think about Neuro?
She. I don't know. Nero.
Yeah.
I don't know that she's built for it.
She's too sleepy. She's like Prima kind of deal. But she does take care of the animals.
Yeah.
So.
I think it tries her best or not built. I think either of those are okay here.
Let's have her try her best. What you got here? Let's grab you. Just rearranging a few things here. Okay. Okay. Denise.
This is a tough one.
This is a tough one because she does have like good traits, but she also has negatives to her. But then I guess she's lost some of those negatives now with her latest, non-doomer personality.
Yeah, but she's not going to lose the messiness.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an almost perfect.
Almost.
It's my first instinct, but Anise is a big one, so let me think it out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
She has the care. She's pleasant to be around. She's affectionate.
She did bully Miriam that one time, but that she was in her doomer mode at that point.
Yeah, I think everybody, at least Marion, at that point, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She does pull some pranks on people, but nothing's too terribly mean-spirited.
She did take care of her.
I mean,
like,
what
I
she did
remember
to
one time.
she did to Rappy was a little much.
Did she like Miriam eat like toothpaste at one time?
Was that her that suggested she do that?
I thought
That
it
sounds
was.
like her. I think maybe low on almost perfect. I think that's where I'm landing.
Sure, we'll put her there because she would drop everything to be with the commander. Yeah, I think. Yeah, she would do that. She'd be one of the ones to do that. We already did you. Now we got Mika. Mika handles Balorta. She does the cooking and cleaning and stuff mainly. She had training at Snowfield.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Is there a negative with Mika at all?
Well, she likes to play pranks and stuff, and she does have a childish personality. So I think she might just go into good. I'm not sure she's gonna take. Would she be able to fully,
Mika doesn't play the pranks, right?
Mika takes part.
I thought she was always trying to get Balorta to stop.
She tries to stop Florida from doing like too much, but she also likes doing pranks though, I think.
Hers are so like lighthearted though.
Mm-hmm. But she wouldn't want to stop working at the toy store. She really likes working at the toy store and like making like the toys and stuff like that. So she's still going on to do that.
I think good is fine.
Yeah, put her high and good. I'll put her above Milk because I think she has more skills than Milk does. So she'll be the top of good. Top of good. Leona.
I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts on Leona. I can't see her being bad necessarily.
I think she's going to be somewhere in the middle of good.
Yeah.
I guess she's
So,
gonna be like the same as like Biscuit or whatever, right? Because she's the same like level of caring for the animals, creating their meals, blah blah blah. Then she's gonna be affectionate towards you. She's gonna be supportive. She's gonna do some mental health stuff for you. She's gonna take all the wifely duties in the housework kind of deal.
so I'm thinking about Moran. I think she might be higher, and not just for the obvious reasons why I would think that, but
I don't think she.
so, the thing is, she's not stepping down. That's true, and she is still.
Does she have
colonial
time? Does she have any time?
leader.
I don't think she could be a part-time one because she has to spend too much time on the work.
But so the thing is, she has more time than the others because the others are very clearly the head honcho.
Mm-hmm.
And while she is still the head honcho and she calls the shots, she has like a higher delegate than the other two. And her organization is smaller, so they don't have quite the same amount of. She doesn't have the same amount of work necessarily. Arguably, I guess you could say maybe she has more work for that. I don't really know that that's shown super well if that's what they wanted to go with. We'll say the same level of work. I guess that evens out. But she's more crafty than the other two, because the other two are rich and she's broke.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing stuff all the time. She's doing like her own. The more I talk this through, the more I feel like I'm coping a little bit.
You are coping.
To be truthful.
I think you're coping.
Yeah.
Mikami.
In my mind, that was a better. In my mind, that sounded better, and it was coming out. It wasn't quite coming out though. As good as I imagined it.
She just doesn't have time to do anything to be a housewife at all. I don't think she has the skills either. I don't think she's like done much housework because she's just at the top level, having to figure out how to get the association any kind of funds, stuff like that.
Fu_Fightin says we're close to the heretics, so I'll make my case.
So the one thing about the skills is she's gonna be more hands-on with the small stuff than the others, and that's what I was thinking. But I think you're right. I don't think it's enough to move her up.
So I'll be back in like 1 minute. So have fun with the chat and Fu's explanation.
All right, what is Fu yapping about? Okay. She's caring. Not on the surface, but she cares. Maybe, but even then it's gonna be lower than most people, right? She can cook. Yeah, she's not Emma bad, but everything's gonna be burnt. She can clean. That is true. 3 is definitely true. Um, 4, I don't know about 4. I guess in this case she'd be married, so maybe that would be different. Where would we put?
Okay, I'm back. What happened now? Where would we put Makima Shifty? Mikami Shifty, that's what I meant to say. I don't know because I haven't played the event yet, Rav, so.
I won't give any explanation, but I'll say.
Don't say anything.
I'll say nothing.
Say nothing. Let's see. Where would Aid go? Let's run Aid now.
Above soda.
Yeah, I feel like she would train a replacement for herself. Say, okay, Mustang, I'm gonna go. She'd be willing to do that for the commander, I think.
Where's the flaw then?
Where is the flaw? I guess there is no flaw. I think she just would be perfect. I think she'd be the
Yeah.
top of perfect.
Mm,
She can literally do everything and anything.
yeah, but this is. I mean, it's in the name
She's the
of
perfect
the.
mate.
I wish we could stack them some way,
Stack.
like group them together, and say there's no real difference.
Hmm.
But I'm all right with it. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
We can keep going.
Bay. I have no idea. Bay, like she's not gonna want to stop cheerleading. She's gonna be keeping on her cheerleading. She's gonna be practicing a lot. She's gonna be getting her cheers going. But she is a leader, right? So a leader. What happened with her favorite item story? We got her new shoes, right?
I didn't read it, so I wouldn't know.
Oh. I think she's gonna be a part-timer, but her work isn't that intensive unless she has like a thing coming up, right? If she has a big event coming up, she's gonna take more time away from the house. But in between sessions, I guess she would have more time to be home, right?
Yeah.
I don't think she's not slobby. She's not anything like that. She does laundry, stuff like that. She's talked about doing that because she mentioned how she was really trying really hard to get the sweat smell out of her clothing and stuff like that. So we know that she is doing household chores and work on her lonesome, right? So we can infer from that she has skills there. What about Clay though? Is Clay the same as Bay?
Hold up. Sorry, I'll be right back. You can keep going though. I might be a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I think we can go with Clay being around the same area as Bay. I don't think there's too much that we can put down on Clay. But maybe they go a bit lower. Maybe a bit lower. Like here. That makes more sense to me. Let's think here. Rouge. We got Rouge next. I think Rouge is like the same thing though as Blanca Noir, where she really loves her job as the, the leader of all the gambling, or not gambling, of the games at Coin Ranch, because they can't say it's gambling because of the age rating. I think she's not gonna want to be a housewife at all due to that. Rumani. Don't really know too much about Rumani, really. She's a trainer. She's really into her training. She does like the commander a bunch. Even took him in the shower. I think she's really married to her job when it comes to the personal training, right? She does help girls in wheelchairs, that is true. Hmm. She does have children skills. That is true. Maybe she can be tries her best. Yeah. I just don't know if they mentioned anything about or it's anything that we can't really infer about her other household skills besides, being good with children. True. She does maintain the gyms and stuff. That is true. So she would have those skills. Maybe she does going good then. But she's really married to her job. She really keeps on that grind set of working out constantly and being the personal trainers for people. But yeah, she does keep the gym tidy. So that shows that she has the child rearing skills with the wheelchair lady, Nadia, and the cleaning skills. And she has the emotional skills because of the way that she works with the commander. But she's not going to give up her job ever. So she's going to be here in the good tier. And that's that. And that's that. Brady. It's time for Brady. Where does Brady go? Mr. Ripple, now that you're back.
My opinion on her is not super high. Tries her best, maybe.
Really? You don't think she works in the kitchen, though?
As a taste tester. She doesn't really do any cooking, does she?
Yeah, but does she not do like any kind of like cleaning and helping Crust like prepare like the pots, pans, utensils, etc.? I don't think she only just
I guess so.
Taste tests.
That's how I read her character. I don't have a very high rating of her. Low good, maybe, I guess.
He hates her.
I'm not a big fan.
I think she has to go a bit above more because I think she would just stop doing her job a lot. Because if she had full access to the commander and like she's not gonna go to her job anymore, because she's just gonna be like, oh, I can just stay here and eat off you whenever I'm hungry. Okay. I'm gonna put her around a leg into you. That's what I'm gonna do. Here's someone. Crust. You take Crust. You take the kitchen Crust works at, and you just make a replica of that next to the house, and then she's at home working in the kitchen, doing everything she wanted to do anyway, but from home.
Yeah, I think.
And she can stream her crunchy cooking class from home as well.
She has the stats for it, but I don't know that does she have the personality to do this as a housewife?
She might. I'm not sure. Maybe she wasn't almost then. Because she has the skills.
Yeah, she definitely has the skills. I just don't know that she has the personality for it.
She's bubbly, fun. She's competitive. She loves affection. She wants to be powerful as well. And by powerful, I just mean she wants to be like number one at the cooking game. What do you think? Part-time for you?
For me, she'd probably be low part-time. But you're thinking almost perfect. So I think high part-time or maybe low almost perfect is fine with me.
Part-time? You think she's gonna spend that much time cooking?
Well, okay, she'd be more on the good side than the part-time side of that category.
I see.
Because I do think she would, yeah, like either she would quit or she would work from like a home kitchen or
Mhm.
whatever she may end up doing. So I don't think it's a problem of that. She doesn't scream housewife to me.
I see. Velvet, by her own admission, sucks at cooking and cleaning. And she wouldn't try her best at it either because she says that she sucks at it. So I'm not sure if she would even try.
Yeah, that could be not built.
Not Bill. Okay. Now we're at the Pilgrims. Isabel. Isabel is perfect
For
housewife
me, she's perfect.
because she's gonna lock you up and she's gonna live just with you. She literally showed that in her Bond story that she's willing just to leave everything else behind just to be your only.
I'm okay putting her rank
outlet.
1.
Well, I don't know if she has the best skills. though.
No, she's a little objectionable with some things she does, I guess.
Mhm. Rapunzel.
If she wasn't so busy, if she took Red Hood's advice, I'd put her in perfect. But they're so locked in.
Yeah, she's very locked in. But she's gonna have to visit you at least once a year so she doesn't forget you, remember? Because her memory is only for 1 year at a time.
Yeah, that's a shame. She's so close to being perfect, but her availability is just a massive flaw here.
Yep. Scarlet. Scarlet.
Same availability problem.
Same availability problem.
Well,
availability problem. Yeah.
Actually, so it is the same. It's probably the least intense of all of them because she wanders around like she doesn't give a damn, and she'll come hang out with you whenever she wants.
Yeah.
Unlike the others, so she probably has the least of those problems. But is she a better housewife than Rapunzel? Probably not.
I mean, she takes care of a farm. She has her own house. She cooks her own food, etc., etc. She brews her own alcohol.
I think that last one's probably more on a negative side for her.
Well, she's not a alcoholic like Mass. She's a functional alcoholic where she drinks throughout the entire day, and that means her baseline personality is already dealing with alcohol. She's not gonna be getting blacked out, like drunk or whatever. She's just at a baseline buzz throughout the entire day.
I'd argue that's worse, but
Is it?
I understand what you. Yeah, I would.
Interesting.
I'm alright with that placement though.
Let's put her there.
She's so much more available than her squad mates.
Ren.
Actually, with the exception of one. One of them is different, but we're not to her yet.
Haran. What do you think?
Not built.
Not Bill? She cooks, technically. I think.
Yeah, but you're
She wants to be
boy
worshipped.
toy.
Yeah. You are your boy toy, that is true. You are hers. She's not yours.
Yeah. But she's great. I appreciate her. And I would love for them to pull some movie magic and bring her back in some form.
The commander cleans the house. She's staying in her little workshop making her potions that's going to make the commander uber aroused and then have a fun night together. That's her plan. She tried to do that in a Bond story with Viper. which not a bond story, an outpost event with Viper. Tried to do that. That was crazy.
And then we fell in love with The Rock.
Yep, fell in love with the Rock.
That's one of the best Outpost encounters.
Hmm.
That might be my favorite. Actually, there's one with D and Arcana and someone else, and they get scared of a mouse, I think, in the church. That one's also really good.
Yeah,
But those two really stand out
Kay
for
got
me.
scared as well with the mouse.
Yeah.
Okay. Noah. Where should Noah go?
Not built.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with Noah? What does she do?
Annoys people. She's kind-hearted, so it's not like I dislike her. I do like her, but she's like an annoying brat. It's like her
Brat.
personality.
Sure.
Not really
I guess she doesn't do much
housewife
anyway.
material.
Yeah, she doesn't do much because a lot of the stuff at Eden's automated by robots. So I guess she doesn't really do much there either. Yeah. True. Whoa, the trailer for Nikke 2 dropped, guys. It's going to be released in 2036. That's when oh my god, that lines up with the 15-year plan of Nikke. Oh my goodness. They weren't lying.
When you finally have a date, you can use those 10,000 spare bodies you have saved up.
Exactly. Okay, so Mirian. Where would Mirian go? This is Mirian after she transformed. So she's fully mature now. It's not like she's like babu mode. She knows how to cook. She knows how to clean. She knows how to be nice to people. She has a strong romantic desire and love for the commander. She got married.
Yeah. The one thing that I'm hesitant on is she has a greater sense of responsibility to the surface stuff going on.
True, she would be a queen. She would be running her queenly life while we're her king.
Like, my instinct wants to put her in perfect, obviously, but she has such a strong sense of responsibility, and it's a positive in her personality.
Mm-hmm.
But her sense of responsibility is so strong that she's not going to be around to wait hand and foot on you all the time.
Yeah, she's gonna be.
She's at least almost perfect for me, I think.
I don't think so. I just don't see her doing like housework much. She might do it every once in a while, but like, why would she? Anyway, she's a queen, right? She'll get her servants to do it if she finally has her queen. Maybe. Let's see. Although, if it's right now, getting married, would she be there? Maybe she would be. She wouldn't. No, I guess she can't be because she would not drop anything. I think if you're almost perfect, you have to be willing to drop everything, but then also you just have a bit of a flaw. But Mirian would not be able to drop anything that she's doing right now.
Yeah, I think at least she has to be the top of this group.
But does she have only? But she doesn't have like the major skills, right? She has some skills because she's working in the Crown Kingdom, right? But at least she has like, the high tier skills of like, compared to like the people above her. Fu doesn't really understand what the list means, I think.
Listen, he's just fighting for his wife. I respect it. I was trying to do it too.
This is housewife.
I couldn't bring myself to.
This is not a wife. It's housewife.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just wife straight up, Marion would be no question.
Yeah.
Top 3. Even if she's not your favorite, you'd have to put her there. You just have to.
Mm-hmm. Pooh, how could she be a housewife if she's out there fighting to be the queen and like ruling over things? She's not going to really be there that much to be a housewife. She's too busy. But when she does do the housewife stuff, then she's gonna be good at it. Or she would be almost perfect at it, right? But because she's gonna be gone for so long, she has to go down there. She doesn't care that much about becoming the queen and stopping the raptures and becoming having the synthesis between humanity and the peace of the world. I think she cares a lot about creating peace in the world. Okay, so because she lost the fight, that means she doesn't care? Okay. Blame the writers instead.
That's crazy.
Okay. Nihilist, your time.
Oh, he's talking about Nihilist.
She would not. You are going to be her servant. She's not going to do anything for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Phil. I don't see this one. Listen, continue to make your case if you want, but for me, this is like instant not built for it.
Yeah. You are her servant, not the other way around.
Is she a tsundere though?
She doesn't act like a tsundere.
She's just the soon. I don't feel a lot of dairy coming out of her.
She's a dom. She's not a tsundere. She's just a dominatrix kind of thing. She wants to just fully control you. And I don't think she's ever cleaned and cooked in her life besides just shooting a piece of meat with a big fire blast and it becomes charcoal and she eats that. That's not really cooking.
I think that that exactly means she wouldn't be a good housewife.
She wouldn't. That's not what she's. That's not in her skill set at all.
I respect how he's fighting it. So I like the idea of moving her up high in the list for that, or high in the not built list. But I don't know that I can't push her out of that.
Who wants her to be his housewife? But she just wouldn't do it. She wouldn't do it. Dorothy.
Perfect.
Okay, come on.
No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. Almost perfect. She's right there.
Almost perfect. She's on a mission.
She can cook. She can clean. She can lead. She has a kind heart. Her mission's almost over. And if she got married, she wouldn't care about it because, like, her mission would be over if she got married. She'd be like, "Oh, I found love again. I don't care about this."
I guess that is true. If she got married, her mission would be over. That is actually real. So that means I guess she can go in almost perfect then, because her mission is about love.
Well, because I want to be honest. I don't want to just lie. If she solved her mission with the Ark, she'd probably rejoin Goddess.
True. So she got
maybe,
if she got the love back, that would make her.
But she's if she got her love back, she'd be so affectionate and loving. Though I still think it's almost perfect.
Yeah, but then she's going to rejoin Goddess, so that means she'll probably give you more time than the rest of the pioneers, but she's still going to be off to do things. But she is talented in those other aspects, though. She has all the skills that you would want.
She's so close to it too.
Yep. Red Hood does not care about her mission anymore, so that you don't have to worry about that at all. She's done.
No, Red Hood just wants to have her problems are going to be about her skills, probably. Yeah. Because she's not exactly Miss Prim and Proper. She's not going to keep an orderly house.
He's saying, Rav is saying bias alert, saying that Dorothy would never become a housewife. That's what he's saying. Rav.
If she got married, she's the most primed for it out of all of Goddess. If she got married and she found that love again, she would go crazy. She loves harder than any of them. I mean, she's gone schizophrenic over a casual friend that she knew for 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a husband, she'd fucking lose it.
Red Hood I guess goes into good because she has like the emotional skills and like the child skills. I would assume that she'd be good with those, but then into the cooking and cleaning skills, she doesn't have any of those at all. She would support you and stuff, but she just has a lot of negatives when it comes to that. So I think she just goes in the good tier, but she has to go high in good tier because she has the availability to just be with you because she is done with her mission. What do you think?
Yeah, I probably agree. I'm a little worried about how she'd keep things sanitized.
Mm-hmm.
She's got like that good like older sister role. She filled that well, so I wouldn't be worried about her as like a mother.
Yeah.
But I'd be worried about like getting TPS called for having a dangerous and dirty house.
Oh no. What about young Snow? Where'd young Snow go?
Probably not built.
Really, she cooked. She cleaned over for Red Hood. She maintained all the weapons and stuff like that. She has all those kind of skills. She keeps an orderly household, stuff like that. She
Yeah, but at the same, Cocoa has most of those skills too.
Yeah, but Cocoa is like, she's kind of mentally deficient, where Snow White is not.
Yeah, but this Snow is like mentally volatile in a very high way.
That's just because people were dying around her. If people weren't dying around her, then I don't think she'd be like that.
Yeah, but even before that, like take like maybe her advising sessions.
She's just
like
like
one of the.
but she had
She's
like
just like
nervousness
so-
in it. She had the
yeah,
little,
she's nervous,
self-esteem
she's
of it.
shy.
But being shy doesn't
She's-
really hurt her being a housewife, does it?
Well, shy is not quite the right word, but she has no confidence.
Hmm.
Not no, but low. I don't think Small White is a housewife.
I feel like she could do it.
If you feel strongly, I'm okay with just going with it, because this is not a.
Put her somewhere in good.
I'm not super married to this one.
Scarlet Black Shadow. She was just too obsessed with her blade. I don't think she'd be built for it at all. She just wants to do sword fighting and become the best of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
Crown.
Crown. No flaws with their people skills. Maybe a little too busy though.
Yeah, she's busy. And
That's one of those things that would never change.
Yep.
Like Goddess would be not busy if the queen falls, but Crown is always going to be busy.
Until
even
she
after
gets
that.
the world fed by the superfood. That's her big goal. But she doesn't really have any skills with cooking or cleaning and stuff like that either, though. She has her servants for that.
I think she'd try. I don't know that she's all the way not built.
I think she would try to do something. Yeah. She would try something out. Original Rapunzel isn't really that different from normal Rapunzel. She just has a longer memory. So we're not gonna do her because she never had a mind switch, right? So she can go back down there.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
She has no skills.
She learned to cook the ramen in her Bond story, remember?
I was like pulling teeth though.
Ajun thinks Nora should be higher. I'm not sure though. Yeah, she has to be good at cleaning at least because she needs to keep herself nice and spotless and stuff, right?
Yeah. She doesn't really have a lot of patience for unruly children, so she doesn't really give a lot of good motherly vibes based off of how she interacted with Laplace for me. She wouldn't be. She'd try. I don't think we're so low as to say not built.
Yeah, she's too princess coded.
Well, the difference between her and Dorothy, though, is Dorothy's lived on the surface, being self-sufficient for a long time, and even being able to build things up. But Cinderella's been alive as a Nikke for like a year.
True. And in a coma. Maybe she's not. Yeah, maybe she's not built to be a housewife at all.
She could get there for sure.
Yeah, she just needs to learn. But at the moment, no, I don't think she's ready to be a housewife at all. Grave.
Almost perfect.
Almost perfect? I'm not sure.
Yeah. She's pretty good as a mother. She's got one fatal flaw, and that's how she treated Siren was really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was a large part of their downfall was she failed.
Yeah, once she gets her... Yeah. Although,
yes, I am biased.
I guess she probably falls the same as like Dorothy, right? Because of the just the mission. She gets her daughters back, and then they fight the queen, and then that's it. So there's the mission. The mission. She can't drop the mission.
I think that's fair.
Siu Fu. Siu. Siren does everything. She knows how to do everything. She lived in that bubble for 70 years. If it wasn't for the mission, she'd be in Almost Perfect. But because of the mission, she has to just be in the top of good housewife. This is the mission. She can't drop the mission.
Yeah. Well, okay. My one concern with her, she's not going to interact very well with you. But I guess if you're married, she's probably gotten over that.
Yeah.
But all we've gotten is bumbling of her. Which was a nice, sweet moment, but...
Yep. Nayuta? I don't know.
Okay, so here's my reasoning.
Maybe...
Clearly willing to leave some around, so not every clone needs to be...
True. She would be able to
be involved in the fight. So she's the one out of Pioneer that I think is the exception to this, because she can leave a clone with you at all times.
True.
And she has 8 trillion clones, and there's one of them that's definitely good at domestic duties. There has to be. I think she might be perfect.
She goes in Almost Perfect because the downside of it being a clone, not actually her. That's the one thing. The clone downside.
The clones are her.
only if she takes the memories in, which she doesn't do all the time. And only if the clone was just made right before she left and they didn't have enough time to diverge enough.
All right, I think almost perfect is fine. She's also not the most overly. Well, it's so hard because some of her clones have to be different.
Mhm.
And so, well, she's got a perfect clone, and then she's got some clones that are in the very bottom. So this is a little bit of a hard one, actually. But I think you should judge it off of her top. And I think her top is going to be perfect, and I understand the clone downside. So, yeah, I'm all right with almost perfect. Seems about right.
Yep. Libby. Oh, he's a guy YouTube channel. He's asking about how did Denise get so high? You pushed for her being that high. You want to tell him?
Yeah, so obviously the obvious flaw is she's messy. And that's why she's not perfect. But there's not really many characters you can say that care more. And she's pretty good with people, especially post transformation. She's lost a lot of that super doomer mindset.
It's true.
Yeah, what was the other reasonings? She's good with people.
Yep. Good with people, she be good with kids. She's gonna always be there for you. She's never gonna let you down, run around and desert you.
I cannot believe you just said that. Yeah, I mean, she definitely has a main. She has a counters buff for sure.
Yep.
To a degree, there's definitely no doubt about that. But the counters buff is real.
And if she get married, that means the mission is basically over. Now, where should Libby go? Where does she go? I'm not really sure.
Probably.
I think she's just not built for it.
Yeah. She's not going to handle a screaming child well. She's sleeps all the time.
It's just not going to work out. Chime. If it wasn't for the mission with Crown, she'd be perfect. She knows how to do everything to a supreme degree.
Yeah, she might be the top of almost perfect.
But she's so busy because she has to do like half of the work that should go to Crown.
Yeah, but if she's getting married, you'd have to think Crown's a good leader. She wouldn't make Chime as busy.
I guess if she did get married, then Crown might lay off the bit of the work. We said, so what happens to Dorothy, right? Is she achieves her love mission, right? But then she's probably going to want to join back with Goddess right after that. So then she gets the part-time setup, right? That's the thing.
Yeah, marriage negates one of her missions, but it gives her the other one back.
Yep. Heavy arms, Snow White.
Super locked in.
She is super locked in, yeah.
Not particularly a very good cook.
Nope.
Um,
She will give you a can of beans.
Or a spider.
Or a spider.
I guess that's more of a Crown Kingdoms thing, but it wouldn't really be out of character for her either.
Well, that's where Marion got it from. Was it rare?
Right. Oh, did she get specifically spiders from her?
Yeah.
Or was it just generally bugs? Whatever.
I mean, just spin bugs. She would try something, I guess.
Yeah. She's got enough affection to be out of. Well, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily about affection, but she's above the not built.
Mm-hmm.
She has enough practical skills.
Either she's just like Mana, stuck in the lab all day. She's actually worse than Mana because she barely even gets to get out of the lab. Only for doing like wacky things, like telling us to go work at a school. Otherwise, she's in that lab constantly. Right?
Yeah, her desire is less than Mana, so she has the same flaws and probably not quite the same motivations to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Belorda,
Yep,
not built.
Not built. She can make a ketchup cake or something, I think. She's like Noah.
Yeah, that's not quite going to be enough there.
Mm-hmm. And now the final, Nikke. Yep, Nikke. The bear. She's sleeping constantly. She hibernates, so she can't really do anything.
No, she's a little more affectionate in her sleep than the others, but I don't think that's going to be enough to push her ahead of the other sleepers.
Mm-hmm. I guess she goes down here. Goes down here. Crazy. Yeah, she just sleeps for like forever. Forever and ever. Crazy how there's like 4 sleepers.
Four.
Or 3, I mean.
3. Yeah, 3. Okay. I was wondering if I was forgetting somebody. But Freema, her, and Lib.
Yep. Those are them. What do you got? We got the list. Well. Let's see here. I feel like this is going to cause some controversy because people are not going to understand what it means to be a housewife or just normal life.
Yeah, because people are going to be like, well, my favorite character is in Not a Housewife, and she's my favorite wife. It's like, that's not necessarily the same thing.
Mm-hmm. It will bait replies or something, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's see. Anything you want to move
Give
around? Let's see.
Yeah, give me the reason why Rappy shouldn't be 3rd.
I can give you her to 4th, but I can't put her above Naga.
But Naga is taking care of a grown woman, basically. And Rappy took care of at least 1 child, maybe 2. You gotta at least say Marion she took care of.
Yeah, but Naga's doing it for like
role.
a year, like years, and then
but
Rappy did it for like 2 weeks at a time.
She is is mostly grown. Yes, she has her issues, but Marion was like literally a child, a baby. She put her underpants on her head? Well, that's what Rappy was dealing with.
We were there, and Anise and Neon were also there.
Yeah, so she's gotten practice with co-parenting.
And then with only one, there was like 10 people there to help as well.
I still think that's more than Tia. Tia's a nearly like she's almost completely there herself already without it. She needed the help undeniably, so I don't want to downplay what Naga did. But I think Rappy did more.
Maybe. Fine. There you go.
Okay. Now that top list is perfect.
Ooh, anything here? In almost.
That Nayuta one, I think it's correct, but I think it's going to tweak some people out. I think some people are not going to be happy about that.
Mm.
Is she the highest pilgrim? No. Isabel's higher.
Yep.
I I think that's going to tweak some people out. Oh man, that one's going to be good. I think otherwise it's pretty good. Maybe. Actually, never mind. I was thinking about moving Arcana higher, but she doesn't have the skills that the three in front of her have.
These guys should be ahead of the pilgrims here. There we go.
I think maybe Zwei over Ein.
And not built for it. I mean, Crow should go to the complete bottom of it all. Probably Libby too.
Yeah, sorry, Fu, but Nihilist has also got to be in that bottom, very, very bottom, I think.
Maybe Scarlet come up like here around like Unwan, because Unwan, her are both very career oriented. Guillotine could probably come up a bit because she's just a bit delusional, but you know.
Okay, Ravioli's going crazy. He's talking crazy, and he's talking about my bias. All right, listen, if I've got pro Dorothy bias, you got anti Dorothy bias, so it's canceled out.
Crazy. But I agreed with it, and I don't really have any kind of Dorothy bias. Remember, she was a senator's daughter. She was trained probably to become a political pawn, so she would have known about a lot of womanly duties before she became a Nikke. We're talking about like a dynasty, a royal marriage kind of deal.
You know what? I'll give him one small bone. I think Grave can go over Dorothy. And that's as far as I'm willing to go.
But Dorothy had to do domestic duties because she built Eden up. So she had to be doing it anyway, even if she didn't want to. So she learned. And if she loves you, then she'll do it for you because she loves you. Or something, I don't know. I don't know. She would hire a maid for real. Maybe. Doro, too evil. Okay, he's saying he's too evil? Okay. Too evil. I don't know about that.
Well, evil doesn't. Evil wouldn't even. I mean, I don't think evil's necessarily anti-housewife, but she's definitely not evil. She's a little vindictive.
Midwest doesn't see the vision of Dorothy being good either. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, Dorothy stocks are down. I'm not surprised that people are not happy with this.
Well,
But I think she's elite.
You want to put in the middle of good then? Is that what you're saying, Midwest?
She's above 18 jobs privity, that's for sure.
18 jobs, Privity. Privity has enthusiasm, though.
Yeah, but Dorothy, this is not the scenario of where she's at right this second. This is a scenario when she's married.
True.
And when she's married, she's a force. Like, did you see? Like, okay, so here's when she had her friendship with Pine. She was learning how to skin deer. So that's why I don't really take the princess thing all that high into account. Like, she doesn't dislike this kind of slow life stuff. She actually quite enjoys it when she's with someone she feels affection for. And that's why I think she's got to be right at the very top, right below Grave.
I'm going to give him the bone. He can have the bone. Okay. Then I guess that's the tier list then. That's the tier list. We did the tier list. Oh my god, we did the tier list. Rav is shaking his head really hard.
That's all right. He wants to put Dorothy at the very bottom, so I don't think, even if I wasn't involved, I don't think he'd be too happy.
Crazy.
But that's all right.
But there we go. That's the tier list. This is the tier list that will be posted tomorrow. And then we'll get jumped by everyone and they'll call me horrible and then they'll all mass unfollow. Whoa. It's going to be crazy. Are you ready for that, Ripple?
I'll tell them that all of the bad decisions you overruled me on.
Crazy.
When they come to check the VOD, I'll just say you edited it.
I edited the entire thing.
AI's gotten crazy these days.
Oh, we shall see. But that will be the end of the stream. Very cool. If you're on YouTube, like the stream, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow and such. That'd be cool. Also, there's Discord links in my description on Twitch and on my profile on YouTube if you want to join the Discord. That'd be neat. Half will be placement of the list and half will be listing existing in the first place. What? Ripple, do you know what he's saying here? Half will be placement of the list and half will be existing in the first place. Oh,
I think he's saying like what people will get upset about.
Oh, yes, I guess. People will get upset about the list even existing? Oh, I see. Would they though?
I think the one that people are going to be the most upset about, I think, is Blanc and Noir. I don't think they're going to like where we put them. I think that's going to be the one that I think that's the one.
Yeah, they're not made for that kind of work.
Yeah, I agree with the placement. I just think other people won't.
Well, that's that'll be it. Thank you for being here, Mr. Ripple.
Yep, thank you for having me. Thank you, all the chatters, for coming out.
Yep, thanks everyone for being here. Hit the follow, hit the subscribe. It'd be cool. Have a good night. Bye-bye.